to Burrito, who bringing his pad in a box, keeping it nice and crisp.
Yeah.
You know.
He's been having that same box for like 4 years. The kid's responsible, but unfortunately, Flash doesn't care about that either. Hey man, I pressed the piece. You know. Yeah, but I won't. Nah, it just.
Nah, man.
The Flash just doesn't care about anything you have to do, Payne. He has multi-hitting strings.
We go back.
Yes.
I had someone walk up and he's like, hey man, we actually played a long time ago online in Justice 1, and I played the Flash, and I said I'm gonna stop you right there. I probably got upset at you, and I don't want you to take it personally. I was like, right out of the gate, let me put it out there. But the Flash, very mix-up heavy, very fast, but does have his weaknesses, especially in this game in comparison to 1, where he doesn't have the range that he had, you know, the immediate ways in that can be plus. You know, he actually has to work his way in against heavy zoners. But once that trait's active, it's a different game. It's a different timeline.
I mean, you're talking about some of the best character powers in the game. The man literally slows down time or speeds it up depending on perspective.
Listen, the Flash can do anything that he wants to. He can make it up. And as long as he says, well, because of the Speed Force, it can happen.
We have to let it rock.
Yep.
Yeah.
As we're finally going to get into some losers matches here.
All right, so we have a losers qualifier. As we know, Burrito Voorhees will exit out into the losers top 24. He doesn't have to play again until tomorrow, but a little bit of juice for the other, because there's 3 out here at Combo Breaker. For the other loser of Pool C2, it's going to be Gravity's Alcatraz against Irishmantis.
Irishmantis.
Irishmantis fell to Burrito Voorhees, I believe, in the bracket. The brackets are up. I'm not sure if they're being updated live. I would assume so, but
which was unfortunate because of GGA.
What is this? The pre-match hug? Yo, chill. I thought we weren't looking at Season 2.
Irish having a good time, let me tell you guys.
He's a great guy.
He is having a blast here at Combo Breaker. He walked up to me. I didn't know half of the things that he said, but I was so into it, and I was just having a good time with him.
Yo, that's the true mix-up. Half the people can understand him half the time.
Okay. So this is when I knew
that's real.
That it was a mix-up for me, is that he walked up to Foxy, someone who sees him a lot, right? And Foxy goes, I have no idea what you just said.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
But yeah, Irish, amazing personality in the scene. I remember first seeing him in the shots, the ESL Pro League back in MKX, and he was such a great player, making those top 8s over in the EU side of things. And I'm glad to see him here and competing and already doing well. You can see he showed up at GGA doing really well. Looking to make a name
took home third place last night, taking out some big names on his way there. Had a lot of classic matches, and you know, again, we talk about the international talent and everybody coming out. The smaller core series this time around, but everyone is going to be at all of these big events.
Yeah.
So, not just, you know, Ireland showing up, but the French guys are here, like 4 of them. Foxy's here, Nivek's here.
Greek.
You know, there's just countless of the international guys. You know, Wasminator's here from Australia. You know, there's Tekken Master. Again, we forget because we see these guys kind of often how far the trek is from where their homeland, and it's just ridiculous to see levels players at this caliber, you know, from all over. The talent exists.
I like to give Canada a lot of credit too, because that's a far travel too. I mean, Dink is here, for gosh sakes, the most Canadian guy that I know.
Kamloops, British Columbia, coming all the way across, almost all the way across. CEO is going to be like OD if he makes that, but yeah, man, just showing up early and. Another great story is if you follow the scene, you know, if you watch around in between the seasons, you know, War of the Gods, you know, holding it down. All the online hopefuls and greats that we see there, you know, week in and week out, they may not place top 8, but they're you know, great players. You got your MasonTheMooCows and the Titanium Tigers and a lot of these online guys. B-Dog is here too. He's being heralded as low-key this great joker that people are not ready for. Now,
same thing with Tigers.
I don't want to put any pressure on them, man. I want to see it because I love to see underutilized characters, but I want to see how these guys transition now when everything is on the line and the stakes are infinitely higher. So, as we get into this losers qualifying match, one of these men will advance till tomorrow's top 48. Another will be salty for the entirety of the weekend as you're losing in the first pool of Season 2.
If you guys tuned in to Combo Breaker last year, here, I'm getting some deja vu right now. We've seen this matchup a few times just last year. Newbie, one of the
We saw the great Newbie choke against Tekken Master.
Newbie versus Tekken Master, guys. I'm getting flashbacks right now. But two different players. Irishmantis, Alcatraz going at it right now. And he's going to use the Blood Siphon. Irishmantis already using the full arsenal of Atrocitus.
Oh, and the big back three coming right back at you. Alcatraz says, wait a minute, sir. This door is not open. Get out. Double boot stomp and wait right back at you. Raw puddle. Nice conversion.
Woo!
Takes him to the corner. Oos, oos. I wonder how that breath smells.
Raw Dexstar, and now Alcatraz cornered.
Oos.
This is Mantis way back into the matchup. Down 2 in the trade call. Of course, you want to press the button right there.
Absolutely. Keeping it safe, baiting you out. Now chip damage territory. Does he have enough? Yes, he does.
Gets it right before the gap where Alcatraz simply could have just crouched and against one of the smallest hitboxes in the entire game. And oh, Alcatraz going for some funny stuff there. That was an excellent call out by the Wake Up with Irishmantis to shut that down real quick.
You see Irishmantis going for raw puddles a lot and a lot of wake ups because he knows Alcatraz is a guy who wants to play 0 to 100. Smart clash there. A meter burn cancel was definitely coming in from Alcatraz, which was going to be followed up by a back 3 transition. You're looking at about 500 damage there, unclashable with that trade active. So, really crazy opportunity. Great puddle by Irishmantis. Again, taking advantage of Alcatraz's impatience.
Ooh, oh my goodness, what an up vomit.
Yo, that was a reaction. Chill. Irishmantis, you need to slow down.
What's crazy about what's happened in the past 60 seconds is how much meter Alcatraz has been able to hold on to, and the resources that he has now available against Irishmantis, who does not have a wager or an air escape.
Raw puddle,
she can
baby.
kill right now.
Raw puddle, and it allows him a chance to clash. Maybe Irishmantis looking to simply get rid of the mechanic so that he doesn't have access to it. That way he can play his game, you know, with no alterations. And gets the jump in now. Alcatraz going for that throw midstream. That's basically free. No one's ready to block that. Keeping things mixed up, and here's the grab. One more from Alcatraz. Yes.
Another one, and all he's chip at this point. Going for the down one there is Irishmantis, but Alcatraz going up 1-0 here. Trying to defend home turf here.
It's rough,
in the United States.
It's rough.
But Irishmantis trying to join the international.
You know how it is competing. Once you get put in the loser's bracket, man, everything, that light just turns on. And every match you sit down is like, yo, if I lose, I'm body.
Yep.
Like, I'm out. Peace. So you turn on everything you can. You get that extra reactionary juice. And Alcatraz now, all of it working in his favor. We saw, again, Irishmantis. I can only talk about the matches at GGA while he was here. And there was a lot of footsie base. You know, he took out Slayer 3-0 twice. Took out Gross 3-0. You know, he beat Coach Steve 3-2. And an Atrocity. Like, it was all a lot of footsies and great space control. But, man, Alcatraz just plays so fast and so wild. I don't know if Irishmantis is going to be able to adapt the way he wants to.
Yeah, and you know, that's what's great about the unorthodox playstyle of Alcatraz, and Cheetah herself is against these guys that are trying to play their game. It takes away from them. Yeah. And a mark of a great player is what you can do in a situation where your game plan is taken away from you and how you can adjust. And that's what we're getting to witness right here.
Yeah, you see Irishmantis beating Alcatraz right there with heavy reads. You're seeing more of the 50-50 coming from him instead of just the raw, slow down, neutral game that he tends to play. But Alcatraz with that leap jumping, this should be enough to kill. All right, a face full of marble as Irishmantis back is to the wall. No steam activated, but connects to 4-2 string. Big advancing normal from Irishmantis as he switches sides. Dexstar safely activated. Nice catch on the back there.
Here we go, and all the resources that Irishmantis has now. He's in the driver's seat. Into the corner. Blood Siphon is up, and it was just going to chip away. And that was a really good swing by Alcatraz just to get him off of that Blood Siphon. Otherwise, it was going to keep draining him.
All right, in super territory now. Great bait from Alcatraz. Will he jump out? No, that is +8 on block. Don't forget, I mean, how could you? Coach Steve and Star Charge almost had like the beef of the century over that. Stories from the scene, just a little far
Absolutely. Back. Ooh, didn't get the punish out. You know, Irishmantis was sitting there -4,832,000.
All right, great number. I like the choice. Dashing up, trade is activated for a little bit more. Gonna slice something up. Alcatraz looking to mix in. Irishmantis has had enough, 2 hits, but doesn't have the meter to continue for the combo. Won't need it as the puddle is enough. Irishmantis on the board, 1 game to 1. Alcatraz taking a little bit of time at the pause screen. I like it. It does hit rematch, but takes a second or 2. That breather can meet all the difference in an early round decision, but they make the same one with Irishmantis coming out on top.
And that's a rare read. Well, that's a stage-dependent read right there. Having the Statue of Anubis, you see a lot of guys go for the instant jump normals into it to get things started.
Yeah, remember when it was unblockable?
Ooh.
Yo, chill.
Ooh.
Yeah, I agree. And wow, it just ducks the last hit.
Did not get an optimal punish though. Irishman is going to get full combo here. Good air escape by Alcatraz, not to give him too much momentum on the health lead. Coming in from downtown. And he staggered that stand one a lot into the sweep. Irishman is finally catching onto it and getting the block, taking his turn accordingly. And
and that's a punish, yes. Even from that far away, 1 bar, 437 with that trait active. Wow, and doesn't commit to the stand. One goes for the long one. Great pressure now from Alcatraz. Will Mantis wake up? He does. Gets extremely lucky that cartwheel was going to send her leg that high. And Irishmantis survives that sequence.
That was scary.
Yeah, super read there.
And what was great about the wake up DP there by Alcatraz is to put him out of the corner. Irishmantis could have gotten that combo to side switch, but that's okay. He's got the resources out. He's sitting pretty.
I like the patience from Alcatraz. He decided to jump back for whatever reason. Not sure what he was trying to evade that, but runs directly into the shield. And Irishmantis again is going to scoop him up with that puddle at max range and the clash. I like it. This may be the last opportunity he gets to go for it, so you take it while you can. And Irishmantis is not gonna challenge him.
Ooh, a rare trade on the dive off the pounce attempt. They're simply getting neutral jump punched. There by Irishmantis coming in. Oh my goodness, with the drop kick from the top rope.
Double boot drop. Wow. Oh, and a double backdash. Alcatraz had a chance to block there, wanted a little more for his troubles, but instead eats a full combo. Dexstar's out. Here comes the Cypher. He's going to be in the corner. Yeah, Mantis just going to stand there and drain him away little by little. Smart stuff. Chip damage territory. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, my goodness. And you saw the reason why he stayed out of that range and didn't overcommit is because he didn't want to give him any opportunity to clash.
Absolutely.
And just let that thing do its job.
And the Siphon just sucking blood away as quickly as possible. It also kills with his damage over time if you're close enough. So Atrocitus and Mantis use all of the tools. You don't see the Blood Siphon used much.
And he's using it consistently.
Absolutely.
I actually haven't seen that used since a catch-up combo video from the beta.
Oh my god. Yo, the explosion, so good.
Yeah, the explosion.
And look, that's how you know Irishmantis is making the reads and defending himself. He's doing a puddle that close with no Dexstar to cover his track. So the smart stuff, taking advantage. He's been able to amass the majority of his damage with Alcatraz in the corner, and a lot of shimmying going on. Finally commits.
I don't know how many shimmies you can do, but Irishman is trying to break the world record over here.
All right, slowing it down. Alcatraz is now out. Great reaction, but Cheetah a little too fast on the approach from that leap. Trade is activated. Oh, I had a chance for a whiff punish there.
Oh, no.
And a little too far out. Alcatraz trying to keep the pressure going, and there's the command grab. We haven't seen that at all.
Yeah, this cat does have claws, just doesn't have the range to it.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
All right, he's going to get as much as he can, and it's going to pressure him with Dexstar active. Very ballsy of Alcatraz. Irishmantis is going to get the walk-up throw. Will you see a wake-up? No.
But you got to respect any challenges that work against Atrocitus. Otherwise, you are just holding mix. You're holding all this damage. But because sometimes you have to risk it for the biscuit.
All right, man, whatever you say. I don't think the cat eats biscuit. The cat destroys him. So with every risk that Alcatraz takes, here comes Dexstar safely.
Here we go.
Nope. Looking for the sweep, and that would launch for a combo. It had the shield connected, but Irishmantis biding his time, chilling. Doesn't really have space for an air tech there. Baited it out, and here comes the Siphon once more.
Okay, and then that was a different stagger by Alcatraz. Instead of staggering the one, goes into the 1-2, and that pounce is actually going to get him out of the corner. Looking pretty good here. I never count Cheetah out simply because of the massive damage that she can put on the table.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens there. Meter burn rollout into Dexstar activation. This is it now. Yeah, big time trouble for Alcatraz.
No.
You're just not allowed to come in. Finally, Meter burns it on the last opportunity. Oh, and got lucky. Whiffed out and gets a command grab finally. Has a chance to make something happen. Who knows what it's going to be.
Oh, that backdash was framed perfect. There we go.
Yeah, he lets him clash.
If that DP would have hit.
Chill. Yo, chill. It's 3 bars. He's going to make Alcatraz work for this. Yeah, baited.
Oh, beautiful.
And great read there. You know, Alcatraz looking for the raw cat summon so he could punish with the jump in, but Irishmantis far ahead. Oh, no. All right, cool. He's international, so we'll let that one slide. But we are denying Sonic Fox hugs for Season 2, please. I don't know if the memo went around to all the competitors.
This is one of the man's few journeys to the States. Shout-outs to him. And making it through on the loser's side, looking good, too.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, that's going to be the end of Alcatraz's run. But let me check the Combo Breaker attendee handbook here.
Oh,
and,
so
I got to make sure that hugging Sonic Fox is not okay.
Is that the rule book? Look at this thing, by the way. Combo Breaker has a beautiful
attendee rule book.
Yeah, it's so
handbook.
Good. It's so good. But we were speaking of international players.
This is bull. There's no.
I got like a warmth in my heart when I learned that a certain someone's actually here. KP McFly.
McFly has made his way to ETC, the guy from Chile. You know, he's been around since the MK9 days, creating all type of tech and holding it down out there. And I met him once, but man, it's been so long.
Yeah,
it's been so long.
It's been so long. I ran into him and just I lit up. It was such a great experience. And I also just got messaged from Hey George, who wanted to say hello to everyone that Chile is watching.
Hey man,
everyone.
Hi to our friends
down
in South America.
This is international.
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, guys. So that is going to end the C block of pools here for Combo Breaker.
Yes.
Everyone's out in the winners, losers. You can go to smash.gg, look at all the brackets with us, updated live. Awesome stuff here as we are going to take a quick break before going into the next set of pools here at Combo Breaker. KP,
yes, stick with us.
It's been a pleasure.
I have to play MKX now. A lot more talent to come. Upsets, no coasts, no kings. Combo Breaker 2018, the Injustice Pro Series Season 2. We'll be right back with you after this break.
Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Ketchup and this is the Injustice 2 Pro Series presented by Simple Mobile by Samsung. Now we're going into our next block of pools, as is always the way at these grassroots FGC events. First match is actually going to be Vman versus ArkBat. Now Vman, a lot of you guys might know Vman through the world of YouTube. This guy does a mixture of combo videos, sort of these funky story mode playthroughs that have cool combos in them. He works with a lot of the other combo artists. But he's also a really good competitive player in his own right. He's been playing Mortal Kombat before, back in the day, and of course he's been jumping in and playing Injustice 2 as well. In terms of characters, I'm actually not particularly sure who we're going to be having a look at. But I can see Batman and Superman at the moment, but obviously we're not going to see these guys until they've done their buttons. You might be wondering why I'm alone at the moment. That's because Mustard is currently busy playing Mortal Kombat 9 just over there in the distance, which means you guys are kind of stuck with me and just me for the time being. But I'm fairly pleasant. I just saw a cheater. Yeah, Cheater and Batman. So here we go. They're going to be doing their button checks first of all. Got to make sure your buttons are all good to go. Batman and Cheater, a real clash of playstyles, I think. Batman, very fundamentally strong, but has amazing vortex and mix-ups to begin with. So obviously he's one of the stronger characters in the game right now. And Cheetah is very much all about super aggressive up-close mix-ups, while really not having a huge amount of, other tools. She has she has decent mobility. She has a great small little annoying hitbox, which obviously does wonders for you. But here we go, Vman, who I'm assuming is actually going to be the Cheetah player. But actually, no, it's actually ArkBat, unless the names are wrong, but I'm assuming not. We'll just rock with it. No, Vman is Cheetah. Okay, cool. Let's just forget I said anything right here. Now, almost immediately, Vman, he's going to be going in with those super up-close mix-ups because that's what Cheetah does best. And if Vman's going to be playing Cheetah, and there you go, right there, one good read on a projectile. She gets one leap. It's going to be a full jump in and max damage. Got to watch out for a meter too. If she has bar, and he'll, wow, resets as well. No bar spent on the launch. He's just going to go for meterless right now. And this is just looking like a complete and utter mauling. Goes for a defensive down 2. Sign of desperation, I will be honest. I know Batman's down 2 is really fast, but using it there does show that he's not particularly comfortable. And there's the knowledge. The armor on the environment interactable. Interrupting the gap. ArkBat, he has access to it now. Whiffing that forward 3, so he's going to get a whiff punish. Not a full combo though, and Vman's not going to be shy of going for those wake-up attacks. If he's one hit away from death, why not? And he goes for the instant drop. Over 50% life is going to be done before the first clash is used. And whenever you use the first clash, you really want to make sure that you use it after their first life bar is gone. If you don't, then you're kind of in a bad situation. They just have so much momentum to work with. Eventually does manage to get one life bar of his own. This is unique for me. Normally I've got Mustard here, but he's too busy being godlike at Mortal Kombat 9. Who'd have thunk? Right. Slow neutral right now, and that's the thing, ArkBat, he's going to have to be so worried about those leaps. The second you eat one of those leaves, it's a full jump in. Tries to go for the tick grab. ArkBat throwing a little bit of a lifeline, actually getting hit by the down one, which causes the tick grab to whiff fully. Doesn't take the plus frames. Instead, he opts to go for a trait call. Now, I think he can only play this defensive game with the bats for so long against Cheetah, and that is going to be why. You throw one bad projectile, Cheetah gets one good leap, and even if she can get zoned out by some certain characters, she gets one leap and that's it. Muchos damage. All right, so Vman is going to comfortably take game number 1. Obviously, Injustice 2, we're in best of 5 territory. I was going to say first of 3 and best of, and I mixed the 2 together. Excellent. And there's the patience. I think ArkBat, there's an immediate adaptation. I think he was being really hasty in that first game, really kind of allowing Vman to run rampant and go for these staggers on hit or block. He was going to be getting massive damage. That's unfortunate. Goes for the trait call when Cheetah's too close, so it's going to completely miss. Anti-air. Here we go. He's got a bat. No, he tries to go for the conversion. I respect the attempt because he was going to meter burn it for more damage or setup. But unfortunately, with that whiff, he's going to lose damage and any setup that he had. There's the back 3. Vman, full combo. Goes for the jump 1 because there's a little bit more gravity. And look at the damage that she gets. He's got plenty of character power left as well. Caught by the overhead. That's going to be another reset. And Vman on the verge of taking another round. The jump in whiffs, but currently his round to lose, I think. There's a leap, knowing he's going to get the chip damage. He's not going to be too worried about that. Oh, the DP, no fear. And there's that low. Doesn't full combo, but gets caught not blocking low 2 times in a row, and ArkBat is going to get that second life bar. Second game looking a lot better, I have to say. I think he's playing around, like right there, the up batarang toss. He wasn't doing that in game number 1. I think that's a very clear adaptation. He's kind of understanding the matchup that he's playing. Best of 5, you're in a great situation to make those on-the-spot adjustments. Sweep, because the mix-up. I know Cheetah kind of has that mix-up of, she has an overhead and a string, I believe. The forward 3 being a really, really quick overhead. You kind of enforce the low mix-up with the sweep. Now reset, what comes next? Blocking the back 2-3, but no, another up batarang. Has to watch out now, though, because he's got no more bar to combo. And Vman, I think he's going to be wise to the resources that ArkBat doesn't have. And does he even need it? No, another drop. Is that death? No, not quite. Oh, and the sweep. And the sweep, Vman. Looking good. He's wearing a mask from the wrong game. That's Vman. You know, the thing is, for those that played Mortal Kombat X, Vman has a Shiro Ryu Takeda mask, but he played Lasher, who didn't have the mask. What's up with that? Crazy business. He's going to get the first hit and a full combo. Oh my god, hurts so good. Sweep. And I love those sweeps because ArkBat, he's going to be watching out for those sweeps for that reason. The second you eat a forward 3, overhead into massive damage. You'll take like 5 sweeps before you can even the damage out with an overhead. And Vman just mauling ArkBat in the corner. Tries to forward 3 the wake up, but that's a trade Vman can take on the down 2. And it's match point. One thing to remember, guys, in this pool play, you know, these are some of their first games of the day. They'll be playing some casuals, but it looks to me like Vman is incredibly warmed up. He was playing MK earlier. I believe he was playing MKX in particular, so he's ready to go. Oh my god, another instant leap, the mix-ups. Backdashes so he can block, but he's got to watch out for the health that he's taken. Another up batarang, but that's the first of many great decisions he's going to have to make. Oh! All right, he's going to armor break, but doesn't get a full combo. That's unfortunate. Another anti-air, but more work to do. The life bar has only just gone down, so he's got access to a clash, but not much bar. He's going to have to potentially build something, I think, unless he's in a situation where he has no choice. The problem is, look how much damage that did. That's insane, and he does it again. Vman absolutely breezing his way through his first match of pools. ArkBat, I like the adaptations he made, but I feel like it was too late. Oh, I'm pretty sure I just saw Mustard. That must have meant he lost an MK9. I'm sure I'm going to hear all about it. Hang on a minute, guys. We're going to wait. We're going to sit here in silence while we wait for him to come. I can see him. I can see he's pointing at me. Here he comes. I'm about to be joined by the other half. Here he comes. He's smirking at me. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's trying to put his jumper on. He's trying to put on his... Hi, guys. Hi. Hi. You don't... There's my invisible friend right here, soon to be replaced by a certain PND Mustard. That was our first match of pool play. But he's rolling up his sleeves. He's rolling up his sleeves. I'm sitting here by myself. He's not only putting his jumper on, he's putting his hairbrush back in his bag, and he's rolling up his sleeves. Jake, come over here! What are you doing? Hi, Jake. And his chair's stuck on a cable. Oh my god. We're professionals, guys. We do this for a living. Could you believe it? Hi, Jake.
My seamless transition. I see was not going to miss. My seat feels quite low down, but I see so is yours.
I think so, yeah. So how did MK9 go?
I got double eliminated by Waffles. I literally didn't take a game.
You got MK9, you got double eliminated by Waffles.
Indeed.
I got not double eliminated by Dab, but Dab got the run back on me. I lost to Cyrex and you lost to Smoke. The two reset characters.
Indeed. But, you know, it is what it is. These things happen sometimes. I'm just happy to get the chance to play again. You know what I mean? It's like we've gone back in time.
Now, for those that are watching right now, obviously we're here for Injustice and we're going to be engaged into Injustice mode right now. I can see Buffalo stepping up to the plate, so we're going to see some of that.
I mean, quite
crispy Sub-Zero.
Considering we were just talking about Mortal Kombat.
I mean,
now
yeah,
we see Buffalo starting to vary. I mean, obviously he has been playing a bit of the Michelangelo as well, so it could be a bit of a toss-up. I think he's kind of settled back on Sub-Zero. I've seen him online a lot using the character. He definitely seems to enjoy both of them for sure.
So, well, in Injustice 2, for those of you that are just watching, Combo Breaker really, that's why we're talking about MK, and obviously we're branded up with NetherRealm right now, right? We've got MK getting played in the background, MKX pools that are going on, MK9 pools that are going on, and obviously Injustice, I mean, the first Injustice Pro Series premiere event.
This is a big deal. There's no other way of putting it, really. That does what it is, what I'm assuming you're about to say. And I just noticed we have a sick Batman
spin it. It's new. It's not the bright, the Simple Mobile Samsung ones, like bright green. We had them at Evo.
This is also a Simple Mobile,
but this is a Batman edition one.
This is the best, and it's completely knocked me off my train of thought. I'm very sorry.
I was about to say, Combo Breaker is such a wonderful celebration of NetherRealm. You know, across the board. That's why there's 3 games. That's why there are so many of us playing every game, because at this tournament, I mean, that's why you and I, we came out of that like 2-year-long retirement, I guess, to go, hang on a minute, there's MK, sign me up. And here we are again.
Because not only was it MK, it's both of them, but also, like you said, Injustice Pro Series.
It's a big one.
And that's what I think has been quite appropriate, really. We've been talking about how, I suppose, casual the MKX tournaments have been. Obviously, they've got prize money as well, but the big one, the one that you have to make sure you are playing your best and you are focused 100% is Injustice 2. Because this is the Injustice Pro Series. You want to make that finals, you want a chance at that cash, and you want a chance at being a world champion. You know, like only a small handful of people in this community can claim they've been a world champion at another game.
Did you know?
This year we might see one more.
Buffalo, when we were all playing Mortal Kombat 9 back in the day, Buffalo was 8 years old.
He was a young boy.
He was a young boy, a whippersnapper, and here he is now. Well, almost fitting.
So he's playing Sub-Zero again, and then MasonTheMooCow. So we saw him at Ghost Battle last night, actually. He had a really good game against Happy Pow, I believe. Had a really tidy Brainiac, but obviously the stakes are somewhat a bit inflated in comparison. Now obviously this is Chicago, now you're looking at IPS, it's not just a regional, not just a small local.
Yeah, I feel like the GGA local, we saw almost everyone that's in this tournament that was almost local to Chicago or could get to GGA. They were at this local because they wanted to play, they wanted to get experience, and if you're going to lose in tournament and have a learning experience offline, you're going to do it yesterday rather than today where the prize money's on the line, and it is the first Injustice Pro Series premiere event.
Of course, first and more balls to come, but MasonTheMooCow looking quite considerably down on life right now. Going to walk straight into a little ice ball, just take that little bit of life down. I'm actually not used to seeing the ice ball do damage. We've seen so much Mortal Kombat today, now the ice ball's doing damage again.
We've spent all day watching the ice ball freeze on hit, but on this game you got a meter burn.
That was such a wonderful trip guard from Buffalo. Still has the 2 bars as well, so has potential for Oki and the clone, but drops the combo anyway. And here we go, there's that pressure, and the clone is out. Good push block.
Tries to go for that meaty forward 3. We're going to get a dive kick. Plenty of work left to go, but yeah, I think he doesn't have the bar to spend. I was about to say he doesn't opt to spend it, but only a little bit left until he has it ready to go. Has to go in for the tendril slash.
Now
goes in front,
mix-ups. Now there are a lot of Brainiac players, like from the launch of their game to now, and I've not seen as many Brainiacs that are like this mobile in the air. Mason spends like 90% of the game, seemingly, flying around the screen, really just trying to keep you on your toes and forcing you to play the way he wants to. But right now Buffalo doesn't mind. That was really smart.
That interrupt was so clean. I know there is a gap, and he's going to go for mix-ups. What's next? Jump in, push block.
From big damage too. He had a restand after a heavy amount of damage.
But I think on the topic you're saying of Moocow, oh my god, the forward 3 connecting. So you mentioned that MasonTheMooCow, when he plays Brainiac here, he's very mobile in the air, but it's not just using the tendril I think it's called the tendril swing, I'm pretty sure the move is called.
The swing, when
he's not just using that by itself. He's still whipping those jump-ins into it. So he's staying mobile in the air, and right there, just in case an airborne normal connects, he's still going to be ready to convert off dive kick into a full combo. Now, unfortunately, can't get the launch. You can launch off that string, but you do have to dedicate. Just goes for the knockdown instead.
Now, it looks like Buffalo's really struggling to deal with the air game when we can see that Mason has one of those drones stop. Because the clone seems to be a nice safe way of maybe trying to be harder to deal with. But as soon as he's holding that drone, that's just going to occupy the clone, and he gets in a lot easier than usual. And look at that heavy damage back-to-back at MasonTheMooCow. Actually, Buffalo kind of threaded the needle getting through both of those shots.
But Buffalo has got the knowledge. Back 1-2. I think back 1 and back 1-2. Super, super low recovery on block. And because Sub-Zero has got some of the best whiff punishers, I think that the slide, that's going to be quite a go-to answer, I think.
Oh, absolutely, especially when you can see a whiff.
Yeah, it goes in for slide. The best case scenario, to be honest, for Buffalo, because he got some of the trait down, it whiffed, he didn't get hit, and he was able to dodge it, so.
Well, again, the drone really covering his back now. You see the way Mason is making this matchup so awkward for Buffalo. He's spending as little time on the ground as possible, which obviously you got to convert from airborne opponents, which cuts your damage, it makes it a little bit more difficult. But that said, just gets a nice big chunky 400 damage, and the wake up is baited beautifully with the clone. Well done to Buffalo, completely swung this around, and he's got Mason in the corner.
Oh my god, that was savage. Tries to go for the back forward 3, but unfortunately does miss space the height, so he doesn't get the full combo. Better than nothing though, and he's gonna, yeah, that was 100% a conversion, and that is why Buffalo used the clash.
Yeah, definitely. And that's gonna be guaranteed health back. Can't imagine he'll spend all of them, but yep, 2 bars gone down. Sub-Zero in his bare arms, a little bit like he needs some more help on those. Oh! Oh no, the miss from Mason. Do you reckon he hesitated?
I think he tried to do a back forward 3, I'm pretty sure. But unfortunately with Brainiac, he has got some of these really awkward combos. And if you do drop them, you lose a significant amount of damage, especially if you go through them early.
Mason also still has his flash, so he's playing quite reckless in the air, but he can afford to. He has that safety net if he needs it, and the jump in!
Death from above, mate. MasonTheMooCow turning it around, and I feel like it's an adaptation to the matchup above all else. Now, is this when Buffalo goes to Michelangelo?
Brainiac.
Nope, back to Sub-Zero. I'm assuming he wants to get out of Gorilla City.
It's either a stage change or he's just for a little bit of time. Sub-Zero seems to be quite versatile in terms of what he can get from the stage, but Brainiac, I suppose if you can really cut down some of the mobility options from him, because he's already a bit of a pain in the neck as it is.
Oh, no, I believe Brainiac does have a slight edge up close in the sense that I think his down forward 1, the extended down 1, I do believe that goes through clone.
I mean, maybe. Oh, I mean, even that by itself, 3 hits, almost 300 damage. That is enough for Buffalo to really reconsider how he's getting around in the drones.
That was a really nice buff that Brainiac got a while ago. The ability to actually block while still holding the drone. We saw MasonTheMooCow actually use it there. He went in for the trait call to bait a wake up, and when he blocked the wake up, then used the drone in the punish.
But Buffalo, speaking of punish, getting a clean punish on that dive kick, has Mason in the corner. Going to spend the bar here. He will, and that's probably going to kill if he doesn't drop this. No way is he going to drop that, considering how long he's been playing this character. I mean, Buffalo really has been a Sub-Zero, I suppose, enthusiast, you could say, ever since he came out in Injustice 2, and it's nice to see him sticking with it, taking it into the start of this season, and already looking quite strong.
Well, let's not forget that Buffalo was one of the strongest Sub-Zero players, especially in North America, by the end of Mortal Kombat X's life cycle.
Yeah, he flourished relatively late in comparison to a lot of the others, but he definitely made an impact by the end.
And that's right there. Mason, he's expecting the interrupt on the back 1 or the back 1-2, so you kind of have to go for that mix-up. You have to kind of finish that string. Just so if they let go of block to try and punish you, they eat the final hit of the string, they're going to think about it next time, maybe they're going to hesitate. Unfortunately, MasonTheMooCow, he does get a life bar now, but he feels a bit far behind here.
Yeah.
Not much resources.
To be honest, we haven't really seen Mason with a life lead too often in this set, so he's kind of playing catch-up a lot of the time, which does give Buffalo that space.
Oh my God.
Speaking of which, that did so much damage!
That hurt so good.
Oh, watch out! No, dearie me, he spends all that time to avoid the clone just to fly straight into it.
Master Cold. Better to fight with honor.
Did he say Master of Cold?
I think so.
I'm a Master of Cold Bat.
Cold Bat? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Who let you on the desk? Can we remove you, please?
Rick.
Oh, well, okay.
Take it up with
Can't really argue with that.
Take it up with management, mate.
Oh my God. That was a wake-up NJP from Buffalo into a button which connected.
And MKX Buffalo, what are you doing?
I mean, someone is, and it connected. It's going to work. How can you do this? Oh. That's the clone again.
Yeah, he meter burns it to stay safe. I like it. MooCow. He has no more bar to be safe, though. He has to watch out. The slide is going to be a go-to answer.
Did you see that actually the interactable came all this way? It went so far.
Now,
I'm actually surprised Buffalo even got the chance to flash, considering how little health he had and how quickly and how big chunks Brainiac takes down with each hit.
Now Buffalo's really going to watch. Now he's been hit, so he's got 1 more bar. He has a meter burn dive kick. If he gets a full combo, that's going to be it. MooCow should take this game.
Oh my God!
What? Who
did that? So not only we have an interruption, but we have made my brother on commentary desk enter supersonic frequencies.
I'm sorry, I entered ultrasonic. Oh my god. Who did that?
Don't be
MooCow.
Literally,
Please don't be MooCow.
Straight up the worst possible time that could have happened. And we're saying this.
Who did it?
2018.
Who did it?
Before you play your tournament match, make sure you have removed devices from the console. And this will not happen. Well, here we are. What do we do in such a situation?
I mean,
well, it looks like the players have decided, but is it their decision? Like, is it up to an admin? Do we got a referee, my friends?
Let's find out. We'll find out momentarily. But either way,
well,
we'll think about it later. They've gone straight back into it. We've got they're playing on.
Yeah, they actually they gave the game to MooCow. So props to Buffalo for being unless obviously it could have been.
I'm pretty sure it was 1-1 before, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. I don't believe so.
Oh my god, I don't know. That's completely thrown me off. I don't know why.
It is a bit of a knock to the status
quo. Either way, we'll look at the 1-1 and we will play on.
Oh, yeah, wow, nice hit confirm. I mean, Buffalo really not looking phased, to be honest. Almost took this round with a perfect, but yeah, Mason, really not really too surprised to see him being quite reckless. When you have that little health left, you may as well be as kind of slippery as possible. When even chip is a problem at that health.
I actually quite like how Buffalo's playing around this matchup. The drones aren't really causing him problems. And the one thing we can't forget about Sub-Zero is he does do significant damage in the game. Yeah, there's the knockdown. Expects the meter burn. Nice read. Buffalo's going to get the punish on the dive kick.
Looks like Buffalo's mad. He's playing like an angry man.
Yes.
A man on a mission.
Even clash. Expected result. It's going to be a combo breaker, really. And I love the awareness. Like, at this level of play, MooCow, like, to play Brainiac at this level of play, you've got to be so ready for the drone. How long it takes to appear, how much time you have to convert. He hasn't really been dropping a lot of these really clutch conversions.
Well, I mean, there's two kinds of Brainiac you have to play, right? You have to be able to play Brainiac with no drone and Brainiac with drone. It completely changes your offensive options, even your defensive options for the most part. You have to be able to kind of flip between them as and when. And Mason not been doing too badly with that, but Buffalo definitely in the driver's seat at the moment. Oh, he has the drones, but he still wants to go in. Doesn't seem to want to sit on them. Definitely wants to finish this in the armor. Wow. That was so brave. He dashed completely up in his face just to get the armored interactable. That was really cool from Buffalo.
That might be death. Oh, he gets the air escape, so it's going to keep him alive, but no meter to make the charge safe on block. So Buffalo's going to run away with that one, and it's 2-1 to the Sub-Zero kid.
Yeah, he's definitely looking strong. I definitely think Buffalo's offense is really clean, at least. Because, I mean, Brainiac is, I suppose, a more awkward character to approach than a lot of them, especially when, like, he has the space to move around. So being able to really kind of contain him to the point that you can get such a big life lead, it's really working out for Buffalo so far.
Oh my god, look at that hat.
He's got a better hat now. I mean, it's not a great hat, let's be honest.
It looks like... I
don't know what's the big, like, white panels on the side?
It looks like the thing, like, you wear when you do, like, UFC or something. You know those, like, padded, like boxing helmets.
Kind of. Yeah. I vaguely see it. That was a wonderful air tear from Mason, but didn't have the bar to EX dive kick.
Oh, catching and press buttons. And I love the awareness, actually, when he knows he catches a dive kick at a certain height where he can get the down one. He has the execution to land it, and it's, I think, spatial awareness more than anything else.
Well, the fact that Mason gets damage from every single dive kick, even if it seems to come at really kind of, I don't want to say random times, but very kind of unorthodox times, he's still getting combo, which means that every single dive kick is calculated. Like, he means to do it. He's not just throwing it out there and hoping for the best. He is ready for it to connect.
There's that knockdown. What's next? Just challenging it on Wake Up now. Unfortunately, that is going to be hit confirmed into freeze, and Buffalo is going to get big damage on this.
Yes, he would if he didn't drop it. It does give Mason some time to get a Wake Up attack and build that space up again. And he's got the Gallagher drones.
Actually, I love the use of it. Like, if you're near the corner and you have a little bit of space, the drones really are used kind of like as an obstacle. It does a really good job of kind of just creating that harassment on screen.
Well, they are doing a good job of kind of shutting down the clone in neutral, but Buffalo doesn't really need the clone to get the damage that he's got so far. He just seems to be really playing around Mason more than anything else. He's not really enforcing too much rushdown on Mason. He's just kind of dealing with Mason's aerial game. Yeah. He's just getting damage every time he punishes a dive kick. He's hitting him out of the air. He's making good reads on basically everything at this point.
Well, it's one of those things where, like, oh, that's going to be a full combo, actually. Oh, doesn't get the down one. Funny height on it. No, the dive kick goes through the clone. And MasonTheMooCow on the verge of going to losers right here. And Buffalo just one hit away, so it's not the end of the world for him. I think any damage here is going to be bonus damage. That constellation damage.
I will collect your magic.
That's also going to be a clash already. Mason going to be missing that, I suppose, the later this match goes on. Oh, that was a good read. Jump back button. I mean, again, we've seen him do jump back button, jump forward button, and then dive kick when he sees it not connect. So it's definitely covering those options.
going in for that meaty meter burn forward 3. Now Mason's in big trouble. He gets caught one more time. It's going to be game over. And there's no clone, so he's going to get the freeze.
I mean, he's got the damage, right? There's no way he doesn't have enough damage here to kill. Oh, but he's going to go with the meter burn forward 3 overhead instead. A good series, but Buffalo's going to be coming away with that one.
I think Vman forgot something on the stage. In there and out.
Which means you reckon it was Vman's pad that did the interruption?
No, he gave us a bottle of water, I think. He just grabbed his water. He was checking how much was left, making sure it definitely was his. We've all been there.
I mean, you have to be sure, right?
Can I have my water back? Actually,
just look in the background at how many people we have here. So many different stages, so many different games on show, and a great turnout all around.
And can I say, it's good to be back.
It is so good to be back.
It is good to be back.
It's been a whole year.
I miss being here with you at this event. I missed Injustice 2. There's no getting around. There was a bit, especially if you're European, there was a bit of a dry spell, you know, in between the end of Injustice Pro Series to now. And it's wonderful to see the world coming back together. You know, we have Foxy Grampa here. We have Europe coming out in droves. Irishmantis. We have Happy Pal. We have people like Tekken Master, Shark Teeth, and then all of North America and Canada. And, you know, Latin America. Everyone is here to play, and I'm excited.
Well, of course, shouts to you guys and girls at home that are tuning in, checking out this Injustice Pro Series event with us. Combo Breaker 2018 Injustice 2. We have players that are raring to go. You know, like you said, there's been a bit of a dry spell for Europe and some international countries that have been really eager to get back into it.
It was while we were waiting for plans to take place, and now the wheels are turning.
Also, if you guys checked this out last year, welcome back. If you're new to Injustice 2 this year, hopefully you enjoy the weekend of action to come. Obviously, we've had some stellar games already, but we have plenty more where that came from, as I see Grr sitting down, which can only mean one thing.
Grr is one of my picks for this tournament.
Really?
Because Grr...
For like top 8 or to maybe run
minimum
away?
Top 8. Minimum top 8. Now, the thing about Grr is one of those players that he's been involved in the NetherRealm scene for a long time, but I feel like his rise to glory is starting to come from Injustice 2 because he's been grinding non-stop. He's on the game every day. He's training online. He's having sets against high-level players, he himself being a high-level player, of course. And he really is the premier Atom player. You know, he is the Atom of the world right now, in my opinion. And I think the results are starting to speak for themselves.
I think there's definitely no denying that. You know, he is an Atom specialist now, which is quite incredible considering, and I actually made this talking point a while ago, but Grr was known for big body characters, right? Bane in Injustice 1. He used Ferritor in MKX. And then here we are. He's playing Atom, who is maybe one of the smallest characters, if not the smallest in the game.
He can become big as well, just on occasion.
I mean, he can become a big body, I'm sure, but it's not quite... You're ruining my point with your lore.
Mate, I live to mess you up. Now, Grr, the thing about him, which I was going to say, is that he's one of those players that he didn't take a break in between Injustice Pro Series Season 1 and 2. He didn't stop playing at any point to pursue other games. The entire time he's been grinding, preparing for tournaments. He's been going to all of the North American majors that have existed before ITS this year, and he's been doing really well at every single one. I feel like of all the players, he is riding some of the highest momentum going into Combo Breaker 2018.
Then I will swat you like a bug.
That rain costume, so crisp. But Sub-Zero again. This actually is not a matchup that you see all too often. Atom's trait, obviously highly irritating. Mostly mids, but he has that instant jump into overhead, which is kind of hard to scout. Not a lot of damage, but it just kind of acts to irritate you, really, keep you on your toes. EX teleport, very fast. Excellent move.
Yep, absolutely. That's going to be... Oh, nice hit from Sub-Zero. A nice trade in the air, though. Relatively even, to be honest, and there's that teleport. Now, Atom's neutral is obnoxious, right? Like, he plays to be very hard to hit, almost like a fly, right? You're just trying to swat him out of situations. Low profiles a lot, but then at the same time, Sub-Zero's clone, there's no... I mean, the only real way around the clone is kind of a teleport. He can kind of maybe trait over it if he really dives in, but it's going to be, I suppose, a bit more tricky than most Sub-Zeros are used to dealing with.
Well, Sub-Zero did say he would squash him like a bug.
So he's not currently doing that, as he's ever so slightly losing, but Grr's gonna get that hit. Nice confirm into trait as well, and that's gonna have that round in between to really recharge about, I mean, I suppose a third, almost half of that trait bar by the time he can start moving again.
This is an interesting neutral. He's going to be dropping those chemicals because, of course, different chemicals in different orders give you different on-hit effects. Very popular one being the one that does damage over time, which we're no doubt going to, I think, see from Grr if he gets the opportunity to.
Oh, hang on a minute. Tries to whip punish with the air trait. Good. Blocks away from Djon. Oh, wow. Must have just been a little bit too late to hit him coming out of that trait. Oh, wow. That's usually your reward for being able to block against the full Atom trait sequences. Almost getting a guaranteed punish, but you have to be in range.
Atom, another one of those characters that can get a full combo from a down 1 on a good read as well. If you're a character in an Injustice 2 and you can full combo off a down 1, you have such an advantage, it seems.
I mean, your little crouching light attack tends to be one of the fastest buttons you have. So if you can turn your fastest button into a launching or a comboable special move, you're basically turning your fastest button into something you can interrupt strings with, you can challenge frame advantage.
Oh, he's out there.
That was so smooth. Oh! But he's going to get anti-aired by a little bit of the ice. Not enough to, I suppose, really be a huge problem. And he just took him away, and now he also has his Clash available. So has a little bit more options.
Unclashable back threes for days, and there is the damage over time. If Djon wants to come towards him now, it's going to take so much damage! And that's it, he's dead. He's dead.
That was so smart from Grr, you know, to throw down the damage over time clown, the green gas, and then the second Djon got near him, he went for the ground pound, which obviously, if you go down in the mist, you're going to stand up and take some more damage, but it really stops you, right? The only thing you could have done, I suppose, maybe jump on a hard read, but are you just going to read a ground pound from that distance? That was just a really good read from Grr.
Now, that first little initial bit of advantage is going to go to Djon, but the thing is, the awareness, I like the patience, but no, it doesn't confirm an ice ball. That could be a very costly mistake.
Maybe as he's back to the corner as well. He lost a lot of momentum for that mistake.
Look at how much corner carry he would have got, the damage on the table as well, and now Grr, he's in control. Drops the forward one. I believe that's forward one in this game. I get so confused. I don't play him in this game. I just goes MKX strings.
Oh wow, wake up throw. It's going to connect. Wow, was that just a wake-up ground pound? Good, 3 ground pounds back-to-back.
My man doesn't care. And there's the stun.
He's just stomping all over the place.
That instant teleport is so dirty. It's so quick. And you have to block. Well, it's obviously not an overhead, so you don't have to block the other side, but full combo for Trait.
Oh my god. Enough to take away, but almost. Djon's now on 7 points of health, and that's it. That's minuscule damage from a minuscule man, and Grr taking that round already.
I got to say, the micromanagement of Grr's Atom.
Micromanagement? Is that like another pun?
It's literally not a pun, but I feel like there's no getting around it. It's really impressive. This is the hallmark of someone that has been playing Atom for a very, very long time. Like, he knows his spacing. He knows if he buffers down 1 into charge and Djon presses the button, he walks into it. If he walks into it, it connects. If it connects, he gets stunned.
I love this neutral from Grr. I mean, he's always doing something. It's gunshot, ground pound, chemical, teleport, trait. Like, Grr is so hard to read in the neutral.
My man is a mad scientist right now. And there's the overhead, so hard to see.
Oh my goodness.
Completely unreactable as well.
But how do you avoid 24 health away from an Atom player? I mean, Grr's doing nothing yet. There we go, found the down 3. I mean, surely when an Atom player has that much health, there is almost no way of dodging it. Because as soon as he gets trait, the trait is just going to do all that chip, surely. I don't think there's really much of anything he could do about that.
Now, I expected to kind of see us go back to character select. Even if it's not to change characters, it will be get some time, change the stage, first of all, because a lot of these interactables greatly benefit Atom in general. But also, just give yourself some time to think about it. We've said this so many times. I have no doubt, you know, KP and Mr. Aquaman and everyone else that's commentating this event will be saying the same thing. If you're going to go back to character select, if you don't change character, it's because you just need time. But he might go Green Lantern.
He's checking his buttons. That's not a good sign.
Unless he has different... If he's changing character, he isn't. Okay. Sometimes players do have different control methods for different characters.
You know, some like Brainiac players would change the trait to something that isn't circle, right?
Some Brainiac players, especially if you play on pad, will bind they'll bind their their character power to L2 or LT, whatever pad you play on. And there's the blocking. Oh my god,
blocked like 90% of that, but the 10% that connected meant that Grr was safe as houses. Oh, he's throwing chemicals on the floor. Can't do that down here. That's dangerous.
Now that high meter burn projectile, the reason I actually think it's working out for Grr is because he's getting a good read on when Djon's going to try and press the advantage and go in. Obviously, if he sits there and crouches, that's just going to be a bar wasted. But Grr is so confident on how he's conditioning Djon to pose in space. He's landed almost every single one, bar like 1 time.
Hey, speaking of confidence, like Grr does that thing from full screen quite regularly, where he's going to set up the blue chemical, like the blob that goes along, and as soon as you block it, he constantly jails you into some more chip with the ground pound. He's managing all of these different decisions all the time, and he's always pressing something.
Damage over time. This is playground for Grr. And that's dead. He's dead.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Has more than enough bar to go. And Grr is on match point already. 2-0. Looking to, I don't want to say effortlessly, but definitely with little problems going to get through this match here.
I'd use the word convincingly at the very least.
I think that's safe to say.
Yeah, wait. I think he didn't anti-air because he expected the clone. That's why Grr pressed no buttons.
Oh
this time, though, knowing that he's not going to clone. Good down 2.
I feel like Atom's down 2 is actually quite easy to get, though, in that kind of situation. Because when obviously his crouching animation being him just shrinking, you're literally smaller when you go for your anti-air. Like, you are so much safer than a lot of characters in that situation.
It's a great design choice. I think NetherRealm did a good job of making this character, you know, he's small, right? So let's try and make small being an advantage for him without making it broken.
I mean, he's definitely irritating, but I wouldn't say he's definitely overtuned. You know?
Exactly.
There is definitely not an abundance of Atom players making waves right now. Grr is definitely a pioneer of this character.
Down one.
Yeah, not really a punish on that slide with the down one, but he has the life to not really worry about that too much.
I still feel like Grr is in control of the series. Yeah, even on bar, but definitely not on games. And the corner pressure. I mean, he's taking so much damage without even having to be there.
I think Djon was sure he was going to go into that clone there, but it just wasn't meant to be. And Djon has only 70 points of health, and the meter burn teleport will do more than enough to cleanly take that third match. And now let's go moving on. Not a huge surprise, like you said at the start of the series. He's definitely a favorite, I suppose a safe pick to do really well, I suppose, across the board. At the very least, maybe to have perhaps top 8, top 16. Obviously, the Grr has had quite a lot of momentum this year, especially moving into this obviously Combo Breaker being, I suppose, the most stacked event of the year for Injustice 2.
Without a shadow of a doubt. I mean,
but
this
stacked because of players like him.
I would 100% agree. I know we have players like, you know, shout outs to Deoxys if you're watching at home for whatever reason. Sorry you can't be here, bro, but almost every single top player in Injustice 2 is in attendance in this game, and you know, this tournament, sorry, and Grr is no exception. He's here to play. I strongly think he's going to be one of those, you know, picks for top 8 because it's the grind, it's the effort he's put in. He's never stopped practicing, and this matchup, it's going to be, I believe, Australia versus Illusions.
Yeah, I mean, it's Wasmanator, not Australia. I know what you get.
I wanted to say North America, but you know, Wasmanator, he's the strongest player in Australia, definitely in NetherRealm games.
I mean, there was. What was it, Mag? There was a big Australian tournament as of late, and Waz was the winner of both.
BAM, I think.
BAM, yeah, what am I talking about, Mag? What am I talking about? I'm getting confused. But basically, yeah, long story short, there was an Australian tournament, and Waz was able to win both MKX and Injustice 2 there. So I think he's, and it was the same thing back when, a couple of years ago, when MKX was kind of like the big only real NetherRealm game that people would play. He was the strongest player back then as well. So he's definitely going into this, I think, as the Australian favourite. You know, if there's one player from Australia that's going to make waves right now, it's probably going to be Wasmanator. Obviously, they do have some other good players around. Obviously, we saw Googie as well for MKX earlier on. Nice to see him again. But Waz really is that star child from Australia.
Illusions. I think his resume kind of speaks for itself.
We haven't seen him in a while, have
no,
we?
We have not. But I think whether he took a bit of a break in between, we'll never know. We didn't see him at a huge amount of tournaments recently. But some of these players we won't be seeing until Combo Breaker for the first time because they've basically been straight up. A lot of these players, I think, have been saving their funds or saving their travel for the tournaments that are IPS related.
So there have been tournaments in between the end of the Championship Series and last year's Injustice Pro Series finals, and now obviously there's been various tournaments around, especially in America. But it really is worth saving up for the pro scene, right? The pro series. This is really where it's going to count. So if you can, I mean, if you have X amount of tournaments you can travel to, obviously it's quite expensive, unsponsored guys. Even if you are a sponsored player, I'm assuming you don't get to go to every single little thing you want to, unless you're, you know, Sonic Fox most likely by now. But the kid's definitely earned the right for it.
He could probably afford to send himself around the world 50 million times and would still be all right. That kid has made some bank from NetherRealm games, and not even NetherRealm games.
You could say that. I mean, obviously, Dragon would be nice to see how he does there, but
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a good weekend overall. If you're a fighting game fan, Combo Breaker is the one to watch this weekend for sure.
Now, Waz liked those conniving female characters. It's Catwoman in Injustice. It was Devora in Mortal Kombat X. But Waz was one of those players that actually, he was a real specialist of his character.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
In MKX, he would play all the variations of Devora and experiment and have fun with those. And in Injustice, I think he just likes to explore every single matchup with a couple of characters, which is, I mean,
Catwoman is definitely a strong choice. So you don't exactly need, you know, a huge amount of characters, I suppose. You know, some players have like a team. Illusions, I think, was one of them in MKX, but definitely is more of a, I suppose, a specialist in Green Arrow. I know he does play a few characters for sure. We saw a lot of that last year, but Green Arrow definitely seems to be the main for him. But obviously, Waz sticking on that Catwoman. Haven't seen this matchup too often. Oh, nice punish.
Ooh, combo drops.
That down 2 beats the gap in the meter burn version as well.
It very well might do. The one thing we have to factor in there, we did see a drop on what seemed like a pretty basic combo from Waz. And I think that's almost something to expect. We know Waz has experience in tournaments, not necessarily in North American majors, and this is where the nerves can really hit you when you're in an international player.
Well, especially considering he's now on stream as well, right? There is a crowd watching. This is probably the most eyes on a game right now in the venue in terms of Injustice 2, but that's going to be a nice hit. Air Tech. I wonder if that was a bait on the Air Tech by Illusions, but he actually didn't quite connect.
The punish looks very deliberate, so I wouldn't be surprised. Push block the jump too. I love that because if you're Green Arrow and you build bar for days, one of your best pieces of utility is always going to be that push block.
Yeah. I mean, Illusions is definitely not wasting any time. He wants to keep this lively as much as he can. There's the interrupt on the down one, but nothing else from it. I mean, Waz has the knowledge. He just isn't following through with his big reads. And that, again, just saved himself a ton of damage.
That was sick.
Oh, wow. Both players doing a lot of air techs there. To be honest, not really gaining them much leverage.
Well, because they've both done it, they're even on resources. Now those fire arrows, the #1 zoning tool. Now the goal here for Illusions is going to be escape the corner at all costs. Oh, wow. With punish.
Yeah, nice trip guard. That missed jump in's going to punish him. That first life bar is going to go down now. And he just tech roll out of the corner, gives himself all the space. And you need that but wonderful air to air from Waz. Using that meter burn cat dash. Now Waz actually managed to tie this up now. He was down for basically the entire match, but not anymore.
Ooh. Green Arrow has elements of mix-ups from those traded arrow charges, but if you see him jump, he can only go overhead, so standing up on reaction, super meta. Catches him with the Hurricane Bow, just on the magic end of it. That's going to be a full conversion. Yep, Waz having a clash, but he's got more bar, so he's going to get one more lifeline. I was going to say 9 lives, but that's only 1 life, isn't it?
Yep, I respect the attempt, but to be honest, not really necessary.
Poor execution on my part.
Oh, Waz though, looking right.
Oh, wow, no! Wake up attack, no fear.
Oh, does he get the back 3? I think he was going for some optimal damage, but misses the combo. You don't want to give Wazmanator a chance to get back at this. Oh, but my
cheeky gentleman.
Actually, it missed completely.
That was actually really
I was
sick.
going to hit hype for that finish, but he missed it.
Arrow pull, cancel, arrow instant jump shoot. I mean, when have you ever been hit by that?
It is pretty swaggy, not gonna lie.
Watch out for the wake-ups. Yeah, the patience.
Yeah, he's worrying about it. That jump back, you see Cat 1 players do that a lot. They'll go for the jump back on their opponent's wake-up because obviously their jump 2 has such incredible range. If they whiff that wake-up attack, chances are your whip is going to be able to catch it on landing.
Yeah, because I mean, the jump back was an anticipation of a slide, wasn't it? So
yeah,
that's one of the strengths of Green Arrow, that he has so many wake-up attacks or moves that can function as wake-up attacks. It becomes almost a mix-up in which one is he going to go for. If he's going to go for a slide, you can't punish the slide, but if you expect it, you can make it whiff, which requires a very hard read. If he doesn't go for that wake-up, then you've jumped back and you've actually given Green Arrow the space he was looking for all along.
Yeah, especially in this kind of matchup where Green Arrow's going to want to do as much damage as he can from a distance. Obviously, he does have his offensive options, but they don't really hold a candle to the kind of presence and I suppose the danger he can pose as a threat from full screen. Nice anti-air from Waz. Now he needs to keep Illusions in the corner as much as he can. Going to spend the bar to get some damage to cash out. Nice knockdown. And there is that delay. He wants to really catch that wake-up option from Illusions.
Now this is Catwoman's playground. The second she has you in the corner and she's kind of within that jump distance range, she controls so much of it that getting out can be really risky. She has so many options, massive corner damage. Even post-patch, when she did have her damage weakened a couple of patches ago, it's still more than good enough. And down 1 into character power just to guarantee some decent damage on the table.
Yeah, of course, and he's got a lot of the game to build that trait back up again, so he's not going to be too worried about spending it this early. Oh, nice meter burn roll. But I love the way Illusions is playing this neutral. He's not always going for damage. He seems to favor the space almost just as much as he does just keeping Waz away, because that really is what he needs to do here.
If he's going to win this match, it's going to be mid-screen, and it's not going to be his back to the wall. Sometimes, Illusions, if you're going to be a defensive player, you need to be used to being cornered, because you're going to be there once in a while. However, Illusions knows that if he's going to get damage on the table, it's going to be here when he has control of the neutral. If he's in the corner, he is out of control.
Yes, indeed. The defense from Illusions, but he is losing health. Oh, no. No block on the meter burn of that overhead. Waz is going to have to watch that for sure. You can't be letting a Green Arrow player hit you with that.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, I actually like the slide on reaction to the jump so he can reverse positioning. He didn't want damage there. He just wanted to swap sides.
I love it. He has no interest in going anywhere near Illusions. He really wants to play at this kind of sweep distance.
But
and beyond.
He's doing a much better job at evening out the life too. Ooh, baiting the wake-up attack. Waz going for a bit of a Hail Mary, but the jump 1's going to connect. And with the bar spent, he's going to get some nice damage. Illusion in a bit of trouble.
Oh, doesn't get a setup off that, but doesn't seem to mind. There's the EX. The plus frames respected, but disrespected there. But that's actually going to work out.
That's why Waz went for the forward 3. If he knows it's plus and Illusions is going to respect, that's where the forward 3 comes out, which is plus once again.
Okay, now Waz is definitely winning this match, but Illusions does have a full bar. Oh my god! The super, but misses the ice. That was quite a problem, as now he's going to get launched himself. Oh, was that a side switch? That was some hard to clash stuff right there.
I think he doesn't want him to clash. That's why he wanted to go for that last-minute side positioning, and really funky, but obviously entirely premeditated by Waz. Illusions, don't count him out though. He needs a couple of arrows. If Waz is hasty and goes for a super, and he wastes it, maybe he's going to lose still. Boxing glove, watch out!
Wow. Yeah, actually, it's not every day you see that even get used in the match, let alone to good use, but that is going to be such a good play from Waz. At Cat Dash, the classic Catwoman.
Wasting no time going back to character select too. Does he change? No green arrow, just different stage, maybe some time to think.
Perhaps.
I want to say shout out to those noble jerseys. The grey ones are looking
I was going to say that the grey looks really cool. Obviously, I mean, I was quite partial to the yellow ones myself, but the grey is quite delightful. Now, this is a good series. I mean, Waz definitely looking like he's getting a bit warmed up now the set's going on a few matches.
The green arrow just needed to quickly change into a safety gear.
It's just that straight up forward dashing into throw. I love how they arrow from the throw stays for a while. So Catwoman just stands up and she's just got arrows in her face. So do you mind?
That's violent, mate.
I mean, she's alright. Look, they've gone. Not even a mark.
Yeah, no bar to convert. So although Waz did catch that meaty on wake up, no damage to really make it pay off.
You see Illusion's really throwing out those jumping heavies, because when you can see that Waz has left the ground, chances are Waz is throwing out that jump medium, that whip. So he needs to be able to meet it in the air with something that has similar range, or at least enough damage to maybe stop Waz from trying to fly around with it so much. So you get interrupt. Oh, punish! Clean! Thank you, game.
I think that's why we haven't really seen Illusions go for too many of those Hurricane Bows, because consistently he's actually been down 2'd for his trouble.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, that actually is story of how this matchup has gone so far, and one of the big reasons I think Illusions has decided to play this game at the range he has. Because whenever he goes for down one arrow or Hurricane Bow, if there is a gap, Waz is hitting it. Waz is punishing it for free. So Illusions doesn't seem to want to play anywhere near point blank, because he's just getting punished every time he does anything that there's a hole in.
Ooh, gets one Cat Dash, and it's the meter burn forward 3 for the unair techable situation.
And more damage. Yep, that actually was a wonderful choice to spend the bar on that meter burn forward 3, because it gave him enough damage to the combo kill. Even though he is still in a pretty bad situation here, to be honest. He was able to get that first life bar for Illusions, but Illusions 4 bars of meter to go with the Cat Dash, the Hail Mary. But when you've got less than 1% of health left, why not?
Now let's look at these bars. 4 for Illusions, none for Waz. This is definitely Illusions' round to win, I
mean,
think.
He's got a whole life bar to build it, but this is a problem. And again, down one arrow is interrupted again. Waz is letting him get away with absolutely nothing.
It's almost shutting down Illusions completely. Goes for the wake-up Hurricane Bow, but all correct. Happy days.
Good block. The down one's going to trade. And a punish again. Illusions, he has so much bar, but he's losing so much health. And he's going to have to clash. He can get as much health back as possible. 3 bars for optimal health, but surely not 4.
His back's going to be to the wall, but he has got full screen positioning. I always feel like clashes, they do benefit greatly defensive characters, because you get the screen space.
Especially if you've still got bars to work with. Like Illusion spent 2, still had 2 to worry about. And there we go. The down one's going to connect this time, but Waz gets a clash of his own.
Perfectly.
My kingdom for a spray bottle.
Let's have a look. 1 bar getting spent by Waz is going to even things up nicely. But Catwoman now, no damage to convert into the... Oh my god! I was about to say...
Illusion's just, he is not being allowed to do down 1 into arrow. Waz is just punishing for it every time. And that was such a nice confirm on that.
Oh, that was so tidy. Oh. And now he's going to play the full screen game. He is not going to go anywhere near Waz, and for good reason.
Green Arrow is just a phenomenally entertaining character to watch.
Especially in the hands of Illusions, who
especially
specializes.
when someone is just this crispy with that character. But Waz, he is still Catwoman. Oh, hang on, that arrow might have sealed his fate.
Yep, regular arrows
green
now.
arrows, surely. Just normal arrows will do the job from now on, but no, a Savage Blast. The meter burn is going to do enough. That Illusions is going to go up 2-1. He only needs 1 game to move on now, but Waz, I mean, it's been close games. Waz looked a little bit ropey in the first, but he's definitely kind of getting used to it.
There was that one moment of what seemed like nerves at the very beginning of game 1, but I feel like Waz has done a great job of just, you know, shrugging it off, you know. He looks completely comfortable, and this is just going to come down to who plays better versus who.
Yeah, absolutely.
Begin.
And instantly with a Savage Blast, even if you're not getting first hit, of which Illusions does manage to obtain, so that's big news for him.
One of the first throws of the series, and it's already tech. Wow, still paying attention.
The second he down ones, like you cannot do down 1 into Blast. He does not let you get away with it at all.
Oh wow.
My god!
So every day you see both of those with. Can he actually get something of this? He will! Spends his buff for the Cat Dash. That was superb.
Nice adaptation too. That was very, very clutch. Tidy indeed from Waz.
Yeah, there's that down 1 attempt to interrupt, but now it's the Savage Blast. Like the adaptation from Illusions. No longer down 1 arrow. He's going for down 1 Savage Blast instead.
I don't think that's going to be the last down 1 Savage Blast we see either.
I mean, it can't be, surely. I mean, that seems to be his only real option. Oh my god!
The respect from both of these players. Oh my god.
So you see a Catwoman and a Green Arrow press nothing right in front of each other for like 5 seconds. I mean, 5 FTC seconds. So in reality, was that what, like 2 seconds?
Probably. Confirm into EX Cat Dash. No air escape option from Illusions. Doesn't have the bar. Does he wake up attack? He does, but he makes a wrong call. I think he tried to meaty the Hurricane Bow.
Maybe. I like the way like Illusion isn't just like, he's not tech rolling into a Grr every time. He's not making it super obvious when he's going to go for it. Oh wow, dashes straight through, and that's a full punish. But Waz going to spend those 2 bars to get away. Oh, but that clean anti-air, and he had the ice arrow stocked. This is bad news for Waz.
Yeah, it's just kind of going from bad to worse. Puts the arrow away, keeps it momentarily, and he's going to get the knockdown. He's not even interested in down 1 Hurricane Bow. That doesn't want the combo, he just wants the space. And now here's that position once again. Oh, the mix-up between overhead or low slide. That's not good for Waz because he hasn't got the health to take that mix-up anymore. Yeah, this is a really bad situation for Waz to be in, unfortunately. He is match point down and so low on health. And now it is 0. As Illusion's going to move on and win his side. And Waz been smiles on, but I'm sure he'll be fine. Obviously, played on Xbox pad. I didn't even know he played that. Yeah, he has a converter. I believe he was Xbox for quite a while, actually. And that's why he just has a better time with the pad, I feel.
There's also one adjustment, right? When the camera pans back to us, I want to see if you can spot it. What adjustment has been made?
You put your glasses on?
No.
What?
A different one. I have raised the elevation on my seat.
Oh.
I'll be honest. The elevation on my seat is now what I would say arguably an optimal level.
I will be honest.
And now I'm not looking up at you. I am on eye level.
Yeah. I didn't realize.
I mean, the most important analysis on the Injustice Pro Series desk from myself.
Now, we have a few more matches of pools left to go. We have, the likes of Shujinkydink versus Grr up next, which I'm very excited for. We also have Foxy Grampa versus Vman, but until we get into those, we're going to go for a quick break. So don't go anywhere because Injustice Pro Series will be back after this.
Wow. Here's an invitation to the whole wide world. From your brother to your sister to your best friend's girl. Don't bring that bad day with ya. Leave it at the door. If you got money in your pocket, it don't mean nothing if you ain't where it is. If you ain't where it is.
Hello everybody and welcome back. This is the Injustice 2 Pro Series presented by Simple Mobile and Samsung. We have our next match underway, Shujinkydink versus Grr. I'm really excited for this one.
Yes, absolutely. I think Shujinkydink is one of those players that he's very rarely in your list of like top level players, right? Like people you expect to make the consistent top 8s, maybe winning the actual tournaments themselves, but you never see him in your path and are like, it doesn't really matter. Like he is a consistently solid player. If there's one word to sum up Dink, it really is solid. And he's playing Firestorm, who is there are worse characters to play in this game, but he's been playing Firestorm from day 1 to now. So he definitely has that knowledge. He understands how the character works, right? And in the hands of a player like that really understands the game. Obviously, he's got quite a healthy YouTube channel as well. Obviously, shout out to any Shujinkydink fans that might be in the chat right now.
That's
the Bonehawk Brotherhood. Shout out to any of you guys or girls that may be in the chat watching, supporting your boy.
I have no doubt there are some Shujinkydink subs in the chat, and if so, give us some emotes. Yep. I want to see him.
I want to see him. But he is up against Grr, who we had a little bit of time to really, I suppose, really big up how successful this guy is right now. Well, obviously, an Atom specialist through and through. Probably the best Atom player on planet Earth right now. I think he really has earned the right to be regarded as such right now. But Atom versus Firestorm, it's going to be something that Grr has played a lot. But how ready do you think Shujinkydink is going to be for Atom?
That's always what you have to factor in. When you play these really funky niche characters like Atom, you're going to have experience versus the popular characters. But the popular players that use those characters, or the players that use popular characters, I guess is a better term, aren't going to have as much knowledge versus you. Yeah. So I do think Grr has the edge in this matchup. I think he's going to be more prepared for this.
Well, that's a really yellow Firestorm right there.
Yeah, it is.
It's like McDonald's Firestorm.
Look.
You won't be able to see it. Look,
I literally
that is Muck Firestorm.
I literally can't unsit TM for crying out loud. But I mean, like, I'll never unsee that now. Thanks for pointing it out.
I mean, we only see it for one game, maybe. There we go. They're going straight in. They're wasting no time.
The thing is, Atom has a good full-screen game against some characters, but Firestorm has one of the best full-screen games in the business. Really strong zoning, molten traps on hit confirm lead to a full combo. He's got great mids, he's got great pressure, and he has one of the best vortexes in the game.
He's just an incredible character through and through, especially when you have the knowledge put together. The red chemical keeping him on the ground, but Shujinkydink fighting back. Going to get that space for the poke, but wonderful teleport from Grr to get him a full combo of his own.
That's going to be the danger in the neutral. I think that's going to be sending a message to Dink that if you're going to go for a molten trap, you have to be ready for my teleport.
Now, I love that setup from Grr where he goes for the red chemical because I believe that's the one that stops you from jumping. So you're basically forced to wake up or hold this, right? You've got two choices. Right now, Dink chose wrong.
Really feels like Dink just can't get his flow going against Atom. And you say, right, this irritating character, he's very tricky.
It's a unique neutral. You have to play against Atom unlike any other character, especially something like Go, when he's got the life lead, when he has meters to burn, and he's got trait with that full screen charge, which Shujinkydink is going to connect.
Have to watch out for him though. Oh, and he tries to go for the flame burst, but that doesn't work either. Finally gets a meter burn back 3, but he spent a fair amount of resources to secure that first round.
Yeah, that's always a, I don't want to say a sign of desperation, because I definitely don't think that's the right word. But when you have to spend so much resources just to get something that's, you know, not even the end of the game, it goes to show how hard you have to work. But he misses the Molten Trap, and that does give Grr a chance to fight back with a wake-up Starfish.
Very, very uncharacteristic drop of Dink, and I think that's coming down to this tournament situation. Now he's going to go for max trait, giving them the health, but no, he drops the combo. No punish, but the super.
Oh, the second hit! Everyone forgets about the second hit, including Shujinkydink. You know he's not going to be happy with that one. Big boy!
Big boy. Man, if it's going to happen, at least to happen in game 1. But I mean,
look at Grr's face. Literally not a shred. Not a shred of emotion. He's like,
I mean, he's seen it a million times before,
everyone
right?
gets hit by it. Look at it. He's like, no.
He's like, yeah.
No one blocks it.
Another one added to the list.
Another one bites the dust.
Another one
friends.
added to the list.
Another notch in his pad. Ricky has like keys. He just like marks his controller for every time someone gets hit.
He should have some sort of tally that he keeps.
Should do. That should be like a tally, right? He just needs to keep count.
Now, I feel like that's the first and only time that's going to happen to poor old Dink, though.
I hope for his sake he remembers it if we see it again.
Instant jump.
Wonderful read.
Wonderful anti-air. Molten Trap to get the restand. Here we go. No, he meter burns it. He wants the Vortex.
Oh, and he's going to get it.
Oh, no!
Oh no, he misses the combo. That could have been a bit more, but still gets some damage. Yeah, I like that. Uses the real estate he bought with to build some of that trait up. Get closer to that level 3, the fabled level 3.
We're going to get a full combo from Grr, but he's going to get the knockdown into corner positioning.
Uh-oh.
Back 3's into the damage over time, so he takes a little bit of damage, but still has the lead.
I mean, surely that wasn't the right time to go for the green chemical, though, really.
I don't know, maybe he was just trying to get some sort of movement out of him.
Grr is the last app player that I will question, but surely there seems to be like, because all 3 of his chemicals, or I suppose the number of chemicals he has, are also very unique in the way they're used in the neutral. Against Firestorm, I guess it's really hard to pin him in the cloud. Unless you have him in the corner.
Oh, he's incredibly mobile, right? That's one of the main things. Yep, hit confirm into EX. Ooh, goes for mix-up. I respect it.
Oh, he's just spent the bar this time. He's going to cash out. There's the air tech. But Dink, oh, into the trait go. You know he's going to have no problems whatsoever burning the entire trait. It means he's going to take the life bar.
I feel like the trait for Atom becomes particularly dangerous when you're like 1 hit away from death. Unreactable low, unreactable overhead. I mean, that's 50-50 town, baby.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Oh, wow. This is a full combo. Corner to corner, coast to coast. And now Dink, wow, he gets hit for free there.
That was so good. That whole sequence was wonderful. Back in the corner now, though, tries to go for the down 1. Normally, actually, down 1 into lunge doesn't work the worst in the world, because if the down 1 gets blocked, you actually tend to like go over their heads.
But the crazy thing is that wild Atom sequence we just saw kind of just, it came out of nowhere. Wow. And then a few seconds later, someone's lost their entire health bar. Is he going to go for the setup?
Health regen, the reset into low. Here comes Dink. Oh my god. He just wanted damage in a fast amount of time.
Yeah, but he did give Grr the full screen, and he's got hella.
Oh my word.
Now, I wonder if that's one of those wacky hard-to-block situations. Or do you reckon that chemical behaves the same way the others do? Because characters like Batman or Red Hood that have things they can put on the screen and then obviously make their way behind you before they connect, you kind of have cross-up protection in a sense that you only have to guard the direction of the opponent's character, not what they've thrown. Do you reckon that works the same way with the Atom chemicals?
Potentially.
Because you don't react to Atom teleport, right? He just doesn't. Surely you can't react to that. So
I forgot you can grab in trait, can't you? Of course. That's the first time we've seen Grr go for the grab in trait all tournament.
Now, one of the good things about that, though, is not only does it, obviously, you can't really see a throw when you're in the trait, but it also safely takes him out of the trait. So you don't have to worry about that kind of recovery period. Speaking of which, though, good block, and there we go. Dink ready with that full punish from that meterless back 3. Heavy damage.
Ooh.
Maybe he just forgot that he started with a back 3, perhaps?
I think there are signs right here of Dink showing a little bit of, I think, not being flustered, but there's definitely a tournament factor affecting him. Yeah. These little things that, you know, he's been playing Firestorm since launch. There's no way he doesn't know some of these conversions. He's not aware of some of them. But in the heat of the moment against Grr, who's one of the best players in the world, I think it is affecting him a little bit. And that's match point for Grr on the verge of a 3-0.
3-0 isn't the result that we were expecting. I think, I don't want to say it was expected that Grr would win, but at the same time, I think Grr was definitely a favourite for the whole tournament, straight up. So not too surprising to see him take out strong opponents. But at the same time, 3-0 definitely isn't what we were expecting. That's going to be a full combo again. No air tech from Shujinkydink. He wants to hold on to the bar. Uh-oh, setup. Oh, no. Wait, yes, setup.
That was so funky.
Tricky stuff from Grr.
Uh-oh, unreactable.
What is he
overhead.
doing?
Oh
What
my
is he
god,
doing?
I don't know. Gets the punish. And I think Grr, he'll happily take that round just to do all that damage to Dink.
That was wild. I mean, I can imagine this is a very stressful character to fight, especially in the hands of someone like Grr that knows exactly how to make him super obnoxious. Blue chemical is out.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, this
Watch
could be
out,
it.
Dink. Watch out. Oh, instant overhead. And Grr is going to make that 3-0 against Dink. But that's going to be winner's bracket. So obviously by no accounts is Dink out of this tournament. But that does mean Grr is going to be moving on once again.
Yeah, you know Grr's going to be happy with that for sure. He's a very humble guy, but at the same time, we know he's really looking to get that big win. You know, he's placed really well. Like he's not a stranger to impressive placements, but to be able to win a major and the first Injustice Pro Series major of the year, no less. You know that's going to be something that everyone's going to want. But speaking of major winners, we have a Foxy Grampa coming up against Vman. Now, Foxy Grampa has had I suppose a colourful approach with Combo Breaker through the years. Obviously, he won a couple of years ago for MKX. I mean, how did he do last year? Off the top of my head. No, I believe he made top 8 for MKX last year.
Foxy did very bad at Injustice last year.
Yes.
And the reason for that is because it just took him a while. He was one of those players that I think fell victim to not being able to find his character.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
he was playing.
we have to remember that Combo Breaker last year was super quickly after the game came out, right? Like, it was so new at the time. So a lot of players they hadn't really found their footing. You know, the players that had legacy characters that they just stick with were very comfortable. Some of them that were playing some of the beta characters, for example, like Tekka Master and that Atrocitus. Foxy Grampa was not one of those players.
Now, I feel like he was able to have a good run, though. I mean, I say good run. Second place at the World Finals. I mean, that's one of the two best players in that situation. So Foxy had one hell of a year by the end of the year. But he was a slow burner. But once he reached that point, he found his footing with Deadshot, and he was the strongest Deadshot without question, because I know there are some Deadshot players out there that were kind of using Deadshot just for matchups.
There were a lot of talented Deadshot players, but there was one best Deadshot, and his name was Foxy Grampa. I believe he still plays Deadshot for certain matchups, but he definitely made the move to Mr. Wayne, Bruce Wayne.
That was the crazy thing last year, where Foxy went Batman at E-League, right?
And we weren't expecting it.
It took everyone by surprise. Everyone was like, obviously he was known as the best Deadshot, so we were expecting to see Deadshot. Turns out he's been practicing Batman for like these fundamental tools, and he kind of took everyone by surprise. He's been maintaining that, and he does play mostly Batman now. But because Deadshot did get a little bit of love in the recent patch, where if you trait, he in essence goes back to almost pre-patch Deadshot for the duration of his trait.
But then at the same time, I feel like we've talked volumes about Foxy, but Vman, a bit of a sleeper player in MKX. He had that Lasher Takeda, where he had a breakout performance doing well at, was it KIT?
I believe it was KIT, yes.
I was going back some years now, but he had a really impressive performance early in MKX's life. Obviously a successful YouTuber in his own right. I'm sure we've got plenty of Vman fans in the chat.
Is this going to be the tournament where Vman, it's Combo Breaker top 8, no rounds lost?
Oh my god, can you imagine?
That's what I want to see. I want to see Vman win Grand Finals in winner's side, and I want it to be
Combo Breaker expert playthrough, no games lost.
Yes,
man,
indeed.
that would be the first player that ever managed to do that is going to be incredible. But speaking of which, there's going to be a strong opening for Foxy Grampa as he goes in with that trait slide shenanigans from the
I will be honest, I've never seen Vman go for Wonder Woman, so this will be quite an interesting matchup.
Well, he does have the shield, the buff on the shield, so it's going to chew up those batarangs for a little while. That buff lasting quite a while, to be honest. Wow.
And it is only just gone. There's that jump in, mix up City. Batman gets plus frames and staggers. The blocks from Vman.
Wow,
oh my
standing
God.
cross up. The tricky stuff from the get-go. Foxy Grampa's not pulling any of his punches. There's a Vortex!
That's the new Vortex that Foxy found when Batman received his changes. The original Vortex didn't work, but now the new Vortex is, you get the same situation, you just have to spend a bat to get it.
Absolutely. Vman is going to have a lot of work to do to bring this life difference back. Okay, well, he gets the whip buff. Now Foxy, he's going to be content playing this full screen game. Wow, completely punishing that full screen roll.
And he saved the bat for one reason. He's going to get Vortex. Oh, goes in front of Vman with the forward blocks.
Now Vman is managing to build that space, but to what avail? Oh my god, gets the combo off the one bat. Nice air tech to save himself from a ton of damage. Ooh. He's just throwing shields all over the place.
The platter.
The platter. platter? What?
It looks like a platter. That one in particular looks like a platter that you serve food on.
I mean, a plate. It's called a plate.
No, it's bigger than a plate. It's a platter.
A big plate.
We're never going to agree on this, right? So he drops the back
It's
three.
also incredibly not important. Nice, down two. He's going to connect from
brought it
Vman in
out.
the neutral.
Advancing mid. Watches back on the up batarang. Oh, watch out on the low. Full combo. And yeah, the clash necessary as all hell.
I just realized it's actually quite hard for us to see whether they've got a clash or not because of the placement.
It is, but we can see it on our observer. So we can see.
Of course. Okay, we'll have to use that one then. Sweet. Now, I like how Vman's managing to still stay in this one, but he's still down on so much life. It's going to have his work out for him for sure. Has the trait. Oh, spends the shield. I wonder if he was planning on catching Foxy on the way back with that.
Yeah, he's got character power. I think Foxy, unless he's confident he can, he really wants to open you up without the bat, because he wants to use the bat on the setup.
I mean, considering there was a full life bar difference between them, I think Vman's really managed to stabilize this match, but he's quite down on life. Doesn't have a clash either, and Foxy still has his. So Foxy, who is not normally a very reckless or aggressive player, can afford to be risky now and be incredibly brave as he has the safety, but that's a full combo. The air tech does save Vman, but he only has 46 points of health left.
That's what you call a lifeline right there. He has so much work left to do. The jump three is going to work, but plenty more left, and a straight batarang is going to say no to that first game. Foxy, looking good, I must say.
Oh no, Vman, don't give up, not already.
I wonder if he's not having controller issues, is he?
I hope not.
I would hope not.
Oh, it happens again. If he takes the wire out and puts it back in again, I think he'll be all right.
I'm assuming. I wonder if it's, yeah, it might just be a funky wire, I think. Foxy obviously offering to lend him a hand. All right, what's going on? Are they good?
Is that going to disappear? It's like stuck on the screen.
Oh, now Foxy's disconnected, I think.
Oh my goodness.
Look at these pro players unable to function at PS4.
These are pro players and they're professional.
So when you guys are at home and you're like, how do I sign into an account again? How do I put my pad on?
It does
Don't
happen
worry,
to these guys too.
You're not alone. It happened to the best of us. Now changing to cheetah, I understand that. He's basically, we did see Vman actually fight just now against Batman. He did totally fine. So it's a matchup he's familiar with, and it's a matchup he's comfortable in.
Now speaking of matchup, I do wonder how familiar that Foxy's going to be with cheetah, because I don't think, I mean, can you say there's any like really, you know, top level like European cheaters that he plays on a regular basis? I mean, I know there do exist cheater players. Obviously, you know, shouts to like, you know, Pongster. I know Shen used to play back in the day, but that's a long time ago now.
Doomsday as well, right? Doomsday in EU.
Yeah, of course. But again, that was going back quite a while. I wonder how regularly he's used to it.
Oh, that was an interesting combo, Foxy.
And there's Vman really trying to establish that threat.
But the thing is, if Foxy being a hyper-defensive player, historically, if there's one player that's going to be ready, I think, for the cheetah leaps, and he's going to be ready for an answer directly, I think Foxy's that player. Dropping the combo, though. Unfortunate.
Oh, wow. I think Vman tried to go for that background bounce, but a little bit too early. Didn't really have a clean hit.
That looked like a very convincing answer to the back 2-3. Oh my god, there we go. Look at the damage when it's traded. That's insanity.
All right, Foxy, try and go for that trait to whip punish, but didn't quite connect. There's that way on the forward three, going to get that first life bar anyway. But to be honest, this does look a bit better for Vman. The health difference is nowhere near as bad as it was last game.
Patiently waiting, catches the low, which is another full combo. The air escape is used,
wow.
but Foxy with the chase down, another one. And he has more bar to spend.
He has a trait. Oh my lord, he has a bat too. Vortex incoming. Good block from Vman. Keeps himself alive, but still massively down on health. But that nice dive in the air is going to even up that life somewhat. And now Vman able to take that first life bar down.
2 out of 3 correct blocks on that Vortex though from Vman. You can be happy about that. Ultimately, it is a guess.
Oh my lord.
Wonderful
setup. I mean, this is just a clean Batman, straight up. Like, Foxy has been playing Batman already for quite some time. You know, he pulled out as a surprise at E-League, but to now, you know, it's been so much time. That's a lot of time to just really refine your character. The instant jump, such a good read.
Knowledge.
You can't
That is
escape
knowledge
me.
of the highest caliber. Foxy with just a straight up neutral jump to punish.
And he's going to hurt him. He is going to do tons of damage. And now he's
6 points of health. Can he even stop this now? Yeah, no, not at all. And Fox is going to take the second game in clean fashion. Vman going straight back to player select. He's going for time. Is he going to swap back to Wonder Woman?
I'm not sure.
Does he have other characters, perhaps?
I wonder if he might feel a tiny bit lost if he's going between characters and they're not working. And I think he was looking through other characters again. I don't want to say he looks like he feels a little bit defeated, but I think he's not 100% confident in the character he wants to play. Because I mean, he actually did a better job with Wonder Woman there. Yeah,
I mean, kind of. I think Wonder Woman was able to play the neutral a bit better, but at the same time, I mean,
he's dropping the back threes.
well, he's still in the lead somewhat. So it's a tiny lead, albeit, but it was something. And it's also now gone, unfortunately. Foxy Grampa going to take that life lead away. And that just raw chase down, but doesn't have the basket at full launch. So Vman not too punished.
There's that knockdown.
Nice catch. Oh, good setup. This is the kind of sequence Vman needs to keep. Oh, hits him again.
But because he's airborne, minimal combo conversion. The low, the interruption from Foxy, brave stuff.
I mean, Cheetah has historically been one of the harder characters in the game to convert with when you catch like airborne opponents when you don't expect it. So you really have to just be super switched on or preemptively doing these kind of confirms. It's very difficult with her.
Oh, I think he really has to watch out for those leaps. No combo, but it doesn't matter.
Frames being disrespected. Vman's really going to have to watch out.
Rethink your strategy.
And now we'll see match point from Foxy Grampa with punish. I like it. More of that.
Well, we are evened out anyway for now, which is definitely what Vman's going to need. 2 clashes now in play. He's got that trait back though. If Foxy can afford to react, and there it is again. Catches just the edge of that forward 3.
He's got
another bat too.
Oh, doesn't guess correctly, and he's going to force the clash. The real punishment there for Vman guessing wrong on the Vortex was he's lost his only form of combo breaker.
Yes, indeed. Foxy not going to spend a bar, though. He wants to hold on to his. Nice. I love that confirm. Oh, extends the damage beyond. Plus frames disrespected once again. Vman really has to be careful when he's disrespecting the plus frame. Because when you have, like, just over half a bar of life left, and you're against a character with a Vortex, every hit could mean the end of the game. But that's going to be a full screen hit from the leap.
Vman's still in this. Goes for the tick grab, but no, it whiffs. Foxy might actually have the round here. He's going to reset.
He has to guess right. He has to guess right here.
Oh, no, he does not guess correctly on the Vortex 3 times in a row. And Foxy is going to be moving on in this winner's bracket, which does actually mean that he's going to be facing off against Nyx a little bit down the line to qualify for the winner's side of this pool. And we have the likes of Grr coming up next, not in our next match, but we're going to be seeing him again. But I believe our next match is going to be Noble's very own Rewind and Buffalo.
So before we get into the next match, as we see, they're not walking up to the stage just yet. Let's talk a little bit about Foxy Grampa. You know, he's definitely had a I think the way you put it earlier on was quite correct, right? He had like a very slow burning kind of adventure through this game. You know, it took him a while to find his character, settled on Deadshot, and then picks up Batman near E-League, and it's already been so mesmerizing. I can't take my eyes off this impeccable fidget spinner. I'm going to stop that.
You were saying?
I'm going to rekindle my train of thought.
I'm trying to activate your jet lag real quick.
Why does that do that?
I don't know.
Why is a fidget spinner to do with jet lag?
It's hypnosis.
Oh, I understand.
So
I actually like how he set up on Batman. I'm going to finish my point. Because I think Batman is a very Foxy character, right? Like, he has all the fundamental tools you need to win. He has a lot of dirt as well. You know, a character with a Vortex, he's got neutral options, he's got an amazing trait. Foxy needs to play good characters, right? Like, he's not a low-tier player by any means, but he's good at kind of optimizing those characters. Like, he really created Deadshot, but Batman was kind of already created. You know, he kind of just had to pick up where he left off with the character generally, and really inspired from other Batman players, I think, but definitely has his own personal twist on the character.
Foxy's take on Batman is to play solid neutral, solid fundamentals, and when he lands the hit, just Vortex.
Works.
Just try and win the round on that one hit, because he can loop it. And that's one of the strengths of Batman, is that guaranteed it is a level of set play, where if he has a bat to go, obviously he gets the Vortex off that. It's left or right, got to guess. I'm excited for this matchup though.
No, indeed. We have Noble's Rewind versus Buffalo. These are 2 young players through and through. Definitely, I suppose, much on the younger end of the spectrum for the NetherRealm scene right now. Buffalo being, what's
I want to remind you,
super young.
I want to remind you guys again that we were playing MK9 earlier. When Buffalo played MK9 during its prime back in 2011, he was 8 years old back then.
He was a very young man.
We're reaching that point where
it makes me feel really old.
It really
I feel
does.
like an old man. I'm 26. I'm not an old dude, but I feel like ancient.
We were starting to play when we were like, you know, 18, 19.
Which I believe is
I felt
almost
like, I felt like
such
a young guy, and like now we're 26, and it's.
But this could be a match of the whippersnappers, but 2 promising whippersnappers. Obviously, Rewind himself has a colossal amount of success online. against some of the best players in the world. Sonic Fox has even said, at points in the past, he wouldn't be surprised if Rewind ends up being Injustice 2's greatest player, with some time. And he said that a while ago. Is this the time that prophecy, the foreshadowing from Sonic Fox, does it come true at this tournament? Does Rewind have his breakout performance and take this major?
If there's going to be one tournament that Rewind has a breakout performance, it's going to be Combo Breaker 2018, the first premier tournament in the IPS. And the thing is, it's the tournaments he's been going at recently to get that experience and to deal with the nerves and deal with that. He needs to get the clutch factor offline. And I think he's had enough tournaments where the time is now to at least get familiar. So I think he's comfortable. I think he's well prepared. He just needs to get over his own tournament demons and play to a level he knows he can achieve.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to see if he can take out Buffalo very soon as their button checks are finished. They are good to go, and we have what should be quite an explosive match on our hands with this reverse flash from Rewind versus Buffalo and that patented Sub-Zero.
Now, both players having those young man reactions. Rewind really, in particular, doesn't let anything slip. If he can react to it, he'll do it.
Oh, I like that preemptive back two, just to try and catch him with that kick. He's going to go Running Man straight into the clone. Nice little combo, cashed out some damage from Buffalo.
I love that shake, just to go through. Do not allow, I think the strength of that neutral more than anything else, don't really allow Rewind to...
I actually love the timing on these clone summons as well, though, from Buffalo. He's not just going for clone off cooldown, like, he's waiting for a Rewind to kind of wind up for that way in. Nice hit confirm on the ice ball. He's waiting for a Rewind to really kind of, I suppose, telegraph that he's about to go in, and then he's going for the clone. But speaking of which, that one opening is going to give Rewind a ton of damage here. Ooh, that's going to be 400 into setup.
And while he was phasing through all of these, he's building bar the whole time too.
I mean, speaking of which, almost a full bar to go already. Nice hit, but doesn't get a full combo off it. But gets another chance.
I really wonder what that was. I wonder why he just stood there. All combo drops. Going to give Buffalo an opening.
Yeah,
goes in for the clone. Patience.
There's going to be elements of that. I don't want to say tournament inexperience, because I know Rewind is more than used to events by now, but that difference when you play so much online, surely you do eventually just get comfortable with that setting, and then you do still have to try and adjust. Oh!
Get back down.
You could arguably say that both of these players will have that kind of problem, because they are very online focused.
Challenging plus frames, but no hit confirm on the meter burn ice ball.
Yeah, it doesn't manage to get it this time. Like it, going for the close clone throw. Just keep himself there. Nice preemptive anti, but doesn't get the back three and goes straight into the clone. This is a great situation for Buffalo, but he drops the combo as well. Some very ropey gameplay going on, but who's going to come out better on this scramble?
The second time Buffalo has dropped that back two after the jump three. He really needs to clean up his execution. Tries to punish the lightning kick, but is not fast enough.
Point blank. We can see him going for the phase even at that range, but no! He's going to down 1-2 straight into it, but that preemptive jump three done too early.
The amount of damage that Buffalo has left on the table by dropping these combos is actually the damage he would have had to take this game.
Speaking
it's
of
so
damage though,
unfortunate.
surely he's going to guaranteed lose this clash now.
Yes, he will.
Oh, what does Rewind do? I mean, 15% damage dealt, and Buffalo did spend his only bar. That's not great. He does have the clone though. Goes phase two. Oh, wow! Running Man stance bested by donk on the head via hammer.
But I feel like Buffalo, he needs the bar. He's nowhere near a second. Yeah, and of course, that's why we don't see him spend a bar, because he needs those resources to land a conversion to put Rewind in a bad situation.
Yeah, 100%. Rewind, 599. This is almost kill health. Going to spend his bar on the pressure. The phase gets through again. But that quick cooldown on the clone when done like that. I love these phases from Rewind. Already built himself a bar again. Another phase. Oh, but that big call out, but isn't close enough to get the full grab.
What is even going on? This is a... Oh my god, did he have time? He does the back three. Do not drop this, Buffalo.
Oh, nice. He gets it. Keeps the bar two, so he can still push block if Rewind gets some pressure, but he spends it.
I mean, if Rewind tags him once, this is the flash we're talking about.
That was almost it. The overhead. Good block on it. There's a challenge. The throw tech.
Gets it right on the 50-50 and runs into an ice ball. That was a sweaty match.
Yes,
but Buffalo
indeed.
does manage to take it.
Yeah, you can tell both players definitely not playing to their normal clean standard, but I mean, in that kind of match, it's all about coming off better in the scramble and then maintaining that. Because the worst thing to happen when you're in that kind of match when both players are a bit ropey, a lot of execution errors, a lot of, I suppose, just straight mistakes, and there's no other word for it, mistakes in the game, to win that match and go, right, okay, I made a lot of errors, but I was able to still come off best, but to lose that game, that is a big knock to the morale, and we can see Rewind going straight into that firestorm. And that big read, Buffalo, reading that carpet, and a full jump in is his reward.
it kind of goes back to being that character specialist. I'm well aware that Buffalo, he's going to be prepared for the Firestorm matchup. So it's one of those things where he's playing a niche character, Sub-Zero, not the most common of characters you're going to fight in tournament, but he's prepared. Does he get the freeze? No. I know sometimes that can actually freeze.
Yeah, I think the clone has to be a little bit closer for it. But Buffalo running away with this. Look at that aggressive pressure.
Oh my God.
And he beats the wake up back 3 and also takes the bar away from Rewind in the process.
Buffalo in full control. No anti-air from Rewind. I think he's a little bit shaken. Goes in for the low.
Nice down 2. Buffalo jumped a little bit too early there. Does he give him a chance? Does he go for the Vortex? He does. Just going to get blocked by Buffalo. He knows a thing or two about that jump in mix-up. That down 1 connecting, giving Rewind another shot. And he activates level 3 trait. What do we see this time? Oh, doesn't guess right this time. That's going to be a clean hit. But the air tech, so he's still alive. Uh-oh, but not for long.
And the entire time we saw that damage go through, because it was max trait, Rewind was getting health back the entire time. So that's going to benefit him massively, of course. Hit confirm into slide. A little bit of damage. He'll take it. Punish on the mole. Trap. This is going to force either an air escape or a clash. Doesn't even give him the option to.
Yeah, keeps it unclashable, Buffalo. A disrespect on the meaty, and there it is. That Vman back 3, side switch 2. Restand, indeed, spends another bar.
By the time this game is done, Rewind is going to have another bar of trait good to go. He's going to be able to get a little bit more health back. I think that's what's going to be really important to remember.
That was perfect spacing though from Rewind. He knew that Buffalo was going to go for the interactable off the bench.
Ooh. No anti-air from Rewind.
Yeah, didn't think he expected Buffalo to jump in that time.
Ooh. Oh, he tries to clone. Is that confirmed? That's going to be the game.
That's going to be it.
And instantly into restart match. Because that was definitely doable. That was definitely doable.
It was cleaner overall from both players, to be honest. I don't really think it's kind of just the Rewind that was able to tidy himself up there. But a big start, went for the molten trap again. Buffalo didn't jump in this time. I guess he just assumed that Rewind had been conditioned. You can see that clone making a lot.
Wow.
The clone making a lot less impact in this matchup. Obviously, just because Firestorm has those options for full screen. You know, Firestorm has the answers to deal with that full screen pressure, way more so than someone like the Flash. So whereas the clone is normally going to be that big obstacle, Firestorm doesn't really have to care about it as much.
Gets caught by the cross-up. Definitely thinks it was going to go in front, but Buffalo now in control. He's going to get a nice amount of conversion damage. Splat. What's the mix-up?
Clone. Oh no. Jumps over the wake-up, but doesn't get punished. And the raw slide. That is going to cost him that first life bar for sure. Oh no, and that's Rewind drops it.
I think he's have to watch out. Buffalo just needs one clean opening. Push block to try and establish space. Gets hit by the cross-up, and Buffalo gets the jump in. This is why you finish your plate, ladies and gentlemen.
That is one of those most tilting kind of situations when you push block and then get jumped in on straight away. What a, he did the close one.
Reads?
That was a read and a half.
The reads.
It was a good shout that Buffalo was going to go for the slide though. With such little health he had, that big confirm.
Oh my God, get back here. What are you doing?
Yeah, doesn't get off the bench.
I will freeze your fire.
Now, he's going to have full screen space, but his back's going to be to the wall, so Buffalo's going to have to do a little bit of work to get him back in there.
Oh, he could just slide and give himself to Rewind on a silver plate.
Oh, but I think that's
a
it.
silver platter.
It almost feels like poor management from Buffalo on that part. Oh no, chasing down the air escape. Now he's in big trouble, because if he wants to clash, he's got no resources.
But he drops the combo again. Rewind, letting him out. But that wake up starfish. Oh, big punish, but no, doesn't get the meter burn. Or maybe he just opted not to spend the bar, perhaps. But it won't matter, as that's a big meter burn back 3 straight to the face of our Mortal Kombat hero. And that's 2-1 to Rewind now. What do we think he does now? Do you reckon he sticks with sub? Does he try out the turtle? What do you reckon?
I think like it didn't really come down to Sub-Zero there. It did just come down to his own decision making. Like right there when he asked. So right when he got clipped and he went for the slide, it was also not really understanding that how much damage he was going to take from that slide and the risk reward, and the fact that he was going to trait, he was going to get health back. Like that was such a great situation for Rewind that Buffalo basically gave himself to.
Yep, that's that full screen jump in with the interactable, but Rewind is ready to space it again. Rewind spacing really is just winning him this series so far. He's just keeping himself just out of the range where Buffalo wants to connect, and that double Molten Trap goes for 3. Oh, and that's a wonderful trip guard to cost Buffalo big damage now. He's losing quite a lot, but Rewind drops it again.
Tips by the low, but
wow,
but that wake up, yeah, active frames for days. Rewind's gonna be on match point now. Pool play. I want to say pool D1, but it's already on the screen.
Okay, there's that walking back, looking to react. Oh wow, catches him off the interactable, but no, misses the combo. You cannot afford to be making mistakes like that.
It's not just damage, but that was definitely going to be a freeze restand as well. He's losing the setup, which is where the big damage reset's going to come from.
I think Buffalo was maybe expecting to get hit by that, but no. This is some MKX corner pressure right here, sitting behind that clone and doing what he can. say Buffalo's done a great job of fighting back here. Spending another bar. Yes, he does. Oh, and the challenge on the charge, but I think Buffalo expected it with the down one.
Somewhat expensive, but they still basically have 2 bars. Each Buffalo just needs to do 1 special on whiff to get the bar back, so...
Oh, confirmed. Freeze. That's going to be a lot of damage. Does he go for the restand or does he cash out? Restand. Oh, that was tricky from Buffalo.
The cross-ups.
Repairs your judgment.
And we don't really get the chance to see him do that too often. He really seems to save that, you know, until the time is right. Empty jump.
I think he actually was confident that Rewind wasn't going to press the button. Shatters it again.
Okay, so I said Buffalo wasn't ready for the freeze. He did it twice in the same game. He's definitely doing that on purpose. Buffalo showing his character knowledge. Down one. 3 down ones back to back, and the final one they connected gets him a starfish. Oh my god! That's one way of dealing with the clone.
Savage.
Actually didn't get too much damage for it though. It was his only buff. Push block. Oh, clean jumping. He has a bar. Is he going to get in the way of the two-face cage? Yes, he is.
So much damage on that. Oh, he drops it. Tries to go for a staggered back 2.
Rewind doesn't have a flash either. He just needs 1 hit.
It gives him trait, which is going to give him the health back. Oh my god, almost a freeze. Shout-outs to MKX.
Oh, that good block on that crossover. Goes to the clone. Oh, there we go. No, keeps it unclashable. Flashable.
What? Oh my god.
Why? No punish. What's going on? Oh my god. Goodness. Buffalo with that slide that almost threw the game away, but the slide seemed to be such a, I don't want to say bad idea. The slide was such a risk in that situation.
No, we're not going to sugarcoat it. That was crusty.
But
that had the highest amount of crust.
I think that slide was such an obviously risky idea in that situation. It was the last thing that Rewind expected to see.
Oh, and the Fox given the coaching. This is like the ultimate advantage right here.
I mean, like I said, No Sonic Fox is a believer in Rewind.
And Foxy stepping in.
That's what I'm talking about.
Coaching with the Foxes.
Someone screenshot this. It's the Fox coaching.
I must see it.
If you've got Fox in your name in the NRS scene, you are a coach. You are destined to be a coach. In 20 years' time, there'll be like the what's the name of the coach? Name me an iconic coach from a film.
I was going to say Shooter McGavin, but that's not at all.
Shooter McGavin's not a coach.
Oh, that was the first name that came to mind.
It's so wrong, but it's hilarious. Okay, here we go, 2-2. This is the last game for both these players. Buffalo managing to come off better in that trade.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
I think he was convinced the clone was going to freeze. I think that's why he didn't press the button.
Another drop from Rewind. Oh, point blank charge.
I think there's some ropiness coming out from Rewind. Rewind, I think, is feeling the pressure,
yeah,
which is historically the problem he's been having in tournament the whole time.
There's a knockdown for the Link Way indeed. Buffalo, wake up, back 3.
That was definitely supposed to be meter burn.
Yeah, probably, but no, misses the special. Wake up trait, or wake up interactable, I should say. The other corner. Wow, that dash up into the throw. Buffalo with the brave stuff.
Oh my god, wake up Molten Trap. I just think that Rewind is giving up the ghost a little bit.
Yeah, Rewind is just 1 step behind Buffalo now. Buffalo is just so ahead of where Rewind is in this game right now. Even stuff like that.
These hasty decisions, though, they're making Rewind have to do so much extra work. Here comes the back 2-2 again. Freestand. No,
he doesn't have the
bar
for it.
What am I talking about?
Oh my god! He comboed from it! Buffalo is on fire right now, which is ironic considering the matchup.
Oh, he has the bar advantage. Rewind, this is his lifeline. I mean, it's all stuff that it seems so unnecessary to put himself in this position.
Anti-air. Now, thing is, Buffalo is having the game of his life, but Rewind, he is playing Firestorm. He is an incredible Firestorm player, and he does still have plenty of health to make this comeback, and he's going to get the life bar. Here we go. Match point. Both players now, but Rewind very starved for meter, and he's just used all of his traits. I'll have that spacing on that slide from Buffalo, knowing the recovery is going to come through. There's the throw. Buffalo looking good. Rewind doesn't have a clash either.
There's so much respect being established here. Oh, gets the low. Easy damage. Hit confirmed into Ice Ball. He's going to build bar for air escape, but now he's in the corner. No chance to use it.
No.
Drops the combo.
Misses the combo, but the wake up. Carpet again.
He's got bar. He has the clone. This is Buffalo's round to lose.
There's a jump in, Rewind, chipping 1 hit at a time, getting lower and lower at the push block. Oh, the Starfish comes out too late! Buffalo has 8 points of health left to take down. Can Rewind do it? He's getting this aggression down. There's the Starfish, he gets a full combo. Buffalo, he does have a clash. He's opting not to use it. Here we go.
Here we go. The health regeneration. He's going to heal it back a little bit. Mix up. Blocks the right way. Goes in for the escape, but the bait from Rewind. He's going to save the bar. Vortex City. Blocks in front, but the bar is forced because he gets hit by the overhead.
Now, this clash is so good. Buffalo saved the clash for the final moment. He used it now. He gets Rewind out of trait, and he still has a chance. He had to use both bars to do this, though. He has to build some of that space. He has to be so careful. Rewind. The jump in! The trip god! That's not enough. That's not enough damage. That's not enough.
Drops! He's going to drop setup on this.
So it connects! The straight jump in! This should be Rewind's game!
And the final hit connects. What a comeback that was.
Oh, Buffalo, you know he's not going to be happy about that. Just that neutral jump hitting. Buffalo must have tried an anti-air or some kind of way to just hit him out of the air beforehand. That's the only way that would have connected. I feel so bad. I feel so bad for Buffalo in this situation, but Rewind to make that kind of insane comeback. I did just say it milliseconds before he got that first hit. Never count out a strong Firestorm player, least of all Noble Rewind.
That was absolute insanity, wasn't it? I mean, a testament as to why both...
Utter chaos.
I feel like that was moments away from almost like concluding the curse that Rewind has in these offline tournaments, where he just can't pull off the clutch. But right there, that was clutch and a half.
That was 1,000% clutch, my friend. But moving on from one crazy game to potentially another, we have Emperor Nyx coming up against Foxy Grampa. We see Foxy Grampa return to the stage. Probably going to be Batman. And Nyx, I mean, who does Nyx play nowadays? Black Manta, I think, really. Obviously known for Darkseid, but I believe he's been putting a lot of time into Black Manta.
You say Darkseid, it's, yeah, I don't know, I was gonna say Doomsday for some reason, but that's not right at all. I've made that mistake twice, like multiple times now. But no, he's famous for his Darkseid. The premier Darkseid player, you know, qualified for E-League through Hometown Heroes last year. Had a really good situation. I believe he beat Nubcakes to qualify for that. And he's been going through many characters now, to be honest with you. Black Manta he has been playing lots of. Also playing a lot of Hellboy too.
Oh yeah, of course, how could I forget Hellboy? Yes, of course, a very strong character. But, to be honest, I haven't really seen too much Hellboy on stream over the last couple of hours, but there definitely is some strong Hellboy presence in this. Obviously, we've got Dab here, we've got a Silvereye, you know, least of all count out Silvereye. I think we just have, I mean, generally speaking, a lot of the characters in the game are represented well.
Now, while these guys go in, I think we're going to talk about what sort of matchups we're likely to see. So we know Foxy's probably going to be going in with the Batman pick. Because
I think it depends on. I think it depends on who Nyx has been playing. Because I think the obvious one is to say, I mean, of course, Darkseid. But like you said, you know, Darkseid is. I don't want to say he's a bad character, but he definitely isn't one of the better characters in the game. You know, he does have a lot of problems. If there's any Darkseid player in the world that can bring it to a tournament and do well, it's going to be Nyx. But at the same time, you know, there's been a lot of downtime in between when we last saw him at E-League and moving forward into this season of the IPS. So during that time has been plenty of opportunity to learn a stronger character or someone that he thinks just might be a little bit better for his style of play.
Okay, so here we go, loading up into this next match. For those that are just joining us, welcome. This is Combo Breaker 2018 for the Injustice 2 Pro Series. A real celebration of NetherRealm games so far. We have Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat X, and of course the big one here is going to be Injustice 2. That premier landmark event for the Pro Series, the first event of this year. So obviously everyone wants to get
many, beginning of things to come.
Everyone wants to get top 8. Everyone wants to be the first winner. You know, that's the big one. If you can take that first tournament, I think you're going to be running a lot of momentum going into the finals. And Darkseid versus Batman, this is going to be quite an interesting matchup, I think.
Yeah, we don't get the chance to see it too often. Obviously, Darkseid not being a particularly popular character on the competitive circuit. Batman, on the other hand, we see him literally everywhere. But then at the same time, you know, he's a strong character. There is a reason for that. Whenever you see like, you know, characters represented all the time, and you know, I suppose more frequently than others, there is usually a good reason for that. And in Batman's case, it's definitely because he is a strong character.
We've seen Nyx make magic happen in this matchup before. I want to remind you guys, he was able to defeat, I believe, Nubcakes in Hometown Heroes last year. Nubcakes, one of the strongest Batman players in North America, without a doubt. And Nyx looked very confident in that matchup last year. The matchup's a little bit different now because Batman actually did get nerfed, whereas Darkseid remained pretty much unchanged. So from then to now, the matchup would theoretically actually be a bit better for Batman. Sorry, not for Darkseid, sorry, because Batman was nerfed a little bit.
In theory, I mean, that makes sense. It's like when one character gets nerfed and the other one doesn't, sure. But it depends what the matchup was like to begin with. Because we know that Foxy doesn't really tend to get surprised anymore in terms of matchups. No, he had a tendency in the MK days to kind of be caught off guard by matchups he wasn't really prepared for or had access to. Doesn't really seem to be the case in Injustice 2, and I'm sure the exact same thing could be said for Nyx nowadays. Obviously, the game has such incredible online. You know, you have amazing access to top-level players of almost any character in the game at your fingertips, as long as you've got a good Ethernet connection and a good Ethernet cable.
One thing that I think is going to enforce or demand a lot of respect is how often Nyx does wake-up attacks. Goes over the instant stomp with the wayward jump 2, actually connecting at a weird time, tagged by the cross-up. And now Foxy Grampa is going to be in control here. Reset. Yep, he's going for the Vortex. Guess right. Good defense from Nyx. Oh, a wonderful meet back 3 immediately. The backhand, savage. Today, wake up to try and get out of that situation. Plus on block with the backdash. If they're going to backdash plus frames, in some of those situations, you really do have to be ready for it. Yeah, not a great trade there for Foxy. Nyx can get the damage from the interactable. Good teleport into down one knee. That's going to be trying to go for some guaranteed chip. Oh my god! Oh my god, Batman finds a way! Wow. Oh wow. My word. That was actually incredible from Foxy to avoid that chip damage in such a wacky sequence. But gets a combo too. He's still alive. He's going to get Vortex on this.
Wow.
Nyx still has lots of work left to go. Oh, and he guesses wrong. And he's forced the clash really, really early. This is best case scenario for Foxy.
Yeah, literally, like he was so down on health there.
Oh, the minion
finally loses the slither of health that he had left.
Now Foxy's going to be definitely patient. As long as he's got his back to the corner, it's going to really sort of like force something hasty out of Nyx.
You see, Foxy really doesn't want to play too much of this neutral unless he's got access to those bats whenever he can. Nice hit from Nyx, going in. Oh,
no,
wow.
Considering that's one string, that does a bottle of damage, and he gets caught not watching his head. And now Nyx is going to go for unclashable damage the whole time. 4-4-3, 4-3. This just completely escaped Foxy's, like,
I mean, what
in
happened?
general.
Like 10 seconds earlier, he was in the lead, and now all of a sudden, he's like 1 hit away from losing. Nice teleport. Good block on the string.
Oh! Now that was an interesting game 1, because he basically was in control for 95% of that. And then right at the end, it just vanished. He just lost the lead, and that's it.
Yeah, he definitely kind of let go of that one, but Nyx playing well. We really were talking about how he is such a strong dark side player for reasons like that, right? Like, the dark side by himself, he's lacking a lot of things in terms of, like, how to be a incredible character competitively, but he does have damage. He does have hard knockdown. He does have some things, right? And the threat of some of them in situations that you find yourself in regularly, right? Like, looking to constantly block overhead or low. We'll give him some more throws. We'll give him the odd thing here and there. And in a 3 out of 5, where these winners a couple of games, I think sometimes work for you, especially if you're someone like Nyx that is so good with this character. Getting some good reads on when to go for those Omega beams, but the reaction from Foxy, going in for back 3 just for raw damage. Now, forcing himself full screen, but he's going to get a couple of dashes. So I think that's the cool thing about Batman, I think. Wow. It looks like he's going full screen, but he actually has loads of time to close in space regardless. And there's that jump, the block on the overhead. I wonder if Foxy's looking to fuzzy and react to the stomp, or if he's just going to take an option. Well, the second Nyx puts him towards the corner, the thing is that he's not going to try and establish corner pressure. I know he's got corner combos, he's got good damage, but if you're dark side against Batman, you want that mid screen. Like, that is where you're going to win the round, and he doesn't get the string, but this should be the round anyway. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is looking good for Nyx, not going to lie. So he's hovering behind that interactable behind. No one gets a hit here. He's going to get a nice damage extension. Ooh. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's just straight up hit.
Yeah, just a raw jump in. Now he's going to get damage. Oh, no, drops the back 3. Foxy tries to be a little bit more cute for the damage. But unfortunately, dropping that combo means you're going to lose Vortex, and Vortex would have won him the round. Wow.
Oh, that was so nice.
That's sick.
Yeah, Foxy looking a little bit lost here. Nyx is just running away with this life lead and completely controlling the pace.
Now, we can't count Foxy out, but what we got to worry about is if Nyx establishes that full screen game and goes for all Omega Beam, uh-oh, it's all going to be unclashable. That's the thing. Yeah, grab, unclashable again. Foxy, unfortunately, can't finish the combo. And, well, this could be the game, and it is. Nyx looking real good.
Yeah, that was a really good sequence generally. I mean, I think that the one that really sort of stuck it for Foxy at the end of there was, obviously he decided not to go for Vortex. He tried to cash out damage to take off the first life bar, but he was like 1% off, like straight up 1% of life near enough off. And that 1% meant that Nyx was just going to be like, well, it doesn't matter. I don't have to be careful now, so I'm just going to be really unpredictable and end up taking a ton of damage on it.
It really does go to show, though, just how, I think, confident Nyx is in this matchup. Like, I think he doesn't really mind fighting Batman. Yeah, he doesn't mind fighting Batman. Wow, jump 3, but no conversion, obviously, because he's in the air. But his knowledge of when to go for these teleports is really throwing Foxy off guard, I think.
Well, he does have Vortex here. Yep, blocks right this time. I think Foxy really abusing that big hitbox of Darkseid, but Nyx's defense has been on point. This is the final hit of that, which is actually where a lot of damage comes from, so that's unfortunate.
I'm wondering if that back two is going to be something Foxy's going to remember. Yep, there it is. So Foxy now has the data. Unfortunately, it's a bit late, right? It's quite late in the set. So is the knowledge of the back two punishing the teleport? Is that too little too late at this stage?
I'm not sure. We might still have plenty of games left, or this could be the last one. We'll have to wait and see how they play it out. Oh, wow.
Oh, no, drops it.
I mean, it was an expensive way for Foxy to hit a life bar, but he does still have a bar left. He is himself bleeding quite heavily now. Only 22 points of health left, and that big laser will take that away. Now Nyx is on match point, and Foxy desperately needs to win this to stay in.
I think if Nyx wins in this fashion, he can leave this pool feeling really good about himself.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my god!
Big anti, but doesn't get the combo again. Foxy just isn't as ready.
Yeah, some really strange drops coming from Foxy right now. They're zoning. This is Nyx's round to win.
Oh, there's that back two, but loses clean to the jumping. And it was a heavy two. That's some big damage he just lost out on there. Speaking of which, though, there's the Vortex. But Nyx does have access to Clash, so if he guesses wrong, he'll be safe. But he guesses right again.
Oh, the armors connect in the forward three to deny the Clash. The minion is going to stop that exchange, but here we go. Another full combo. Nyx doesn't have air escape. Oh, he drops it down too. Foxy's execution failing him. Oh my god.
Big hit. Foxy definitely looking a little bit shaky at the end of there, but Nyx looking strong. He's going to take his seat. He's happy with that one.
I think he can definitely be happy with his result. You know, Foxy got
he played it well.
So he played it really well. Foxy was second place at the World Finals last year. Like, that was quite a significant title that he was able to kind of, you know, take on Foxy in that situation. Foxy, I don't want to say he looked rusty, but his execution definitely was not his best friend right there.
No, absolutely not. But on the other side, Nyx was just on point all around. You know, you said before he looked really comfortable in the matchup. Have no doubt he's played that matchup a ton in preparation generally for the season. Because there are so many Batman players around, and they're all different in their own way. But fundamentally, like, the character is the character. You know, there are certain tools you have to be ready for and how to deal with them. And it looks like he really is. Congratulations on making it out of the pool in the winner's side. But moving swiftly on, we have Grr versus Mystery Bot. And we are quite close now to finding out who are going to be our, well, I suppose for the day, who are going to be our winners for their respective pools.
Yeah, this is going to be our final moment for this block, that's for sure. We're going to be out after this one, but Grr, I feel like he's riding such a train of momentum so far. I personally do not see him losing this set. I really think he's going to be one of those like, real top players in this tournament because he's been hungry. You know, he's been hungry to compete, he's been hungry to grind, and it is starting to pay off. We'll just see if he has what it takes to do it right here. You know, this is the most prestigious event of the year.
What color
so
controller?
Sure.
What color controller would you say Mystery Bot has? Is that beige?
It looks like tan, doesn't it?
Is it beige?
It looks like a tan controller.
Is it cream?
Cream tan, like coffee cream.
Yeah, but I think it's still more of a beige.
If that was a chocolate flavor, what would it be? Coffee, right?
I mean, probably coffee.
Coffee cream. Why are we talking about this?
Because I'm actually really hungry.
Me too. Well, you've made it worse now.
I know. Oh, it's gold, look.
Oh, it's a gold
golden pad.
It's a gold pad with a tan back.
Indeed.
That's what it is. The mystery is solved.
Now the important stuff is out of the way, of course. Now, Grr, I'm assuming it's going to be Atom again. I can't imagine we'll really see him play anyone else moving forward, especially today, right, where he's been doing so well as he has with Atom. Can't really imagine he'll have any reason to really go away from it now.
So, I think we haven't really seen much from Mystery Bot today.
No.
So it's definitely been like, you know, as far as this pool goes, I think it's very much been the Grr show.
But he is still winner's side. You know, so if he's managed to make it to winner's qualifying side, then obviously, even if we haven't seen him, he must be having quite a good tournament so far to get to this point in the bracket. But regardless, welcome, guys, if you are just tuning in. We are now at the end of this block of pools, or at least this block itself, D block. And we are at the Injustice Pro Series 2018. This is the first event in the Pro Series for the year. And we have to see who is going to be qualifying from this pool on the winner's side. It's going to be Grr or Mystery Bot. And Grr has had quite a stellar performance so far in this tournament. Look and see if he can continue it. And go into tomorrow refreshed, you know, being really, I suppose, confident now he's playing. And again, you're spinning that thing. And it's like putting me off.
This is going to be an exciting matchup. Brainiac versus Atom. You do not see this matchup every day.
No, absolutely. But, I mean, it's two very awkward characters to approach against each other. Like, how do you reckon this is going to pan out?
It's hard to say. I can't actually say I have a lot of experience in this matchup. Like, you know, least of all from a viewer's perspective. You don't see this get picked very often. I feel like Brainiac, obviously, they both have full screen tools and full screen options, but they're both very unconventional options. It's not going to be your traditional matchup.
Well, I guess we'll find out how it's played at a competitive level very soon. Look at the intros, Rock. I like it.
Facing me is a fatal error.
Kill me and you won't find the microverse.
I have other plans for you.
Begin.
Wow. Yep, I have nothing else to say about the intro, really.
Wow.
Oh my god.
That was such a strong way to start for Mystery Bot. Going straight and wasting no time with the trait to try and get that first hit. And Mystery Bot straight away with that down 2. Big read on how Grr was going to play that.
And it's that Brainiac, that real patented at this point, Brainiac air mobility. Going in for the drone, trying to cover his bases. Now that's the instant answer. That like fast teleport. I don't know why I was losing my words there. But the teleport switching the sides, I think that's going to be a really good answer for the drone. Oh, and there's that wake up. Not wasting any time. Oh wow, nice combo. Okay, Mystery Bot looking really strong now. Good setup for the drone too. That's a really good setup because, you know, that's like a real classic setup for Brainiac because the forward 2-3 is a hard knockdown. So forward 2-3 to trait call. It's a guaranteed situation. And the back forward 3 charge, take the first round.
Yeah, Grr jumped back on anticipation of the charge, but still got hit by it. Hates that kind of thing happens to make the read and don't quite get the payout for it.
Mystery Bot is playing a very strong grounded game as well as airborne. You know, Brainiac, he doesn't have the fastest buttons, but they command a lot of range and they can go into some of his safer meter burn specials or, you know, trait. Oh, he tries to get the internet dive kick to convert. I respect it. Oh my god. Goes for the delay. I think he'll take the hard knockdown of the interactable.
Yeah, he tried to fake out the 4-3, but the wake up from Grr going to connect. So much damage though. This is Brainiac. It's going to hurt.
Drop a few of these like last minute combo drops though. It's kind of hopefully it doesn't bite him in the backside, you know, because he's leaving a lot of damage on the table here.
I do wonder if it's still possible for Grr to win though, considering the amount of life he's got left. And those charges and so much meat of a Mystery Bot, he can go for as many of those as he wants. Oh, and that's not a great trade. Now, the thing is, we were talking before about how Grr's neutral is he's always doing something, right? He's always doing some kind of special. He's always doing trades. He's always doing something, right? If there's neutral space, he's doing some kind of input. Now, a lot of those, the ground pounds specifically, the blue chemical, even the red chemical for that matter, against Brainiac, is it going to do that much from full screen? Because that's a big part of the way he's been playing the neutral, and it doesn't seem to really work against Brainiac.
I think that's the interesting thing about Brainiac and Injustice 2, though, is to fight against Brainiac, you need to play his matchup so in particular. You know, sometimes you can play characters, you can play matchups in this game where you kind of just learn your character and go by the basics of the game, right? There are conventional things to approach matchups with anti-air timing and when to approach, etc., etc. Brainiac really does play by his own rules in some respects. You have to watch out for his air mobility, the fact that he can leave the ground so much later than everyone else, the control his jumping normals have over almost everyone else in the game. It's so interesting,
and
I think.
quintillions of micro worlds within.
But it was only one game, so there's still plenty of time for Grr to bring this one back. The Mystery Bot, I've got to say, looking super clean.
Not phased, you know. He's here to play, just like the rest. He's in winner's bracket. This is a winner's qualifier match.
Okay, here we go. The chemicals coming through. Looks like Grr is not deterred. He's still going for those blue chemicals. He is a believer in them in this matchup.
Oh. Strange exchange, but it's actually beneficial for Mystery because Grr's back to the corner and he has lots of trait left to recharge. Dive kick, of course, forward 3 to keep corner positioning. High up, back forward 3 because he gets the height for max damage. Good read on the day wake up from Grr though.
Oh no, but he misses the combo. And that roll down too. Opts just to get a drone out instead of a combo. Good last minute decision.
Quick punish, there we go. Doesn't have the damage to really punish it with a full combo, but he'll take it. Oh, we're punishing the tendrils.
Yeah, I actually was expecting him to fly straight into them. Nice late wake up into a grab. Mystery Bot managing to get off safely. Almost 3 bars of means to work with. Down 1, staggered a lot. Oh, into instant dive kick.
Yeah, that down forward 2, significantly safer on block if Brainiac meter burns it. Normally death on block if you don't. Oh my god, he went underneath the forward 3.
That was just a very Atom thing to do.
Just Atom things. Good block on the front. I was confident that was going behind. Oh, pressing buttons, full combo in the charge. It would be weird if he didn't know Brainiac's shit interactable combos.
I mean, considering he's got off the chair in the background, like he's actually standing up now.
Yeah, my man got out of his recliner. Oh.
He needs to get out of the recliner and not how to combo off of his own furniture.
I mean, well, you don't know how to combo off your own furniture, mate? Come on now. Oh, amateur. Who doesn't?
Still though, well played from Grr, managing to get the life bar in return, but it was expensive. There's never any bar left.
There's that load.
Oh, I wonder if he was trying to go for a push block.
I don't think that was intentional. But
it doesn't matter really. Like he's still saved himself from damage.
True, but it's not a huge amount of damage. And now He might really want that clash play. And look at this minefield, but he just flies straight over it. This is Brainiac. He doesn't have to go through on the ground. Oh, the body on the ground is for simple, primitive beings. I think that was supposed to be a down 2.
Where is he even going?
I don't even know, mate, to be honest with you. Your guess is as good as mine.
And there's that whiff jumping into dive kick again. Seeing a lot of Brainiac players doing that. Oh, nice preemptive jumping. I love that option from Grr. Trying to get a combo, but no. The raw tendrils from Mystery Bot, though. Good read.
It's so hard to follow what's going on.
It's genuinely hard to follow where each character is at the moment. Between the teleports and the swing-in and the dive kicks.
And now Mystery Bot needs to, I think, keep a lid on Grr, to be honest, more than anything else. It's looking so difficult to do consistently. Like, he cannot be contained.
Absolutely, but that's going to connect. Full combo. Comes out of the trait.
Now this is anyone's game. Oh, reverses it. Oh, on the ground pound. Grr back in the action.
Now, I think it's safe to say the crowd is definitely on Grr's side right now, because the second he won that game, we heard some considerable ruckus coming from those gentlemen in the front row.
I look like some relief. Yeah, he's shaking his head. He's relieved about that one.
I mean, to be honest, I think I really respect the way that Mystery Bot is playing this, because he's making himself so obnoxious to just hit generally, you know, because it's what Brainiac tends to do, but Atom does that too. So it's almost like both players are having to get a taste of what this can be like.
Well, it's certainly making for an exciting matchup.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm glad we're watching it.
That patented Brainiac start, that whiff jump in.
It's very hard to challenge, you know, because the jump in 1 controls so much priority, it's active for so long, and it's easily hit confirmable. And there's that standing 3. Excellent mid to control Brainiac's pressure with. Oh my god, interactable though, says no.
Again, there's that setup.
My word!
The blue gumball, the jubal, whatever you want to call it, into the stomp, but it just doesn't seem to work against Brainiac. And from corner to corner, Grr manages to literally go from coast to coast. Ouch.
Challenges the plus frames though.
Good block, that double overhead. What? Yeah, I definitely don't think Grr was expecting that to happen.
No bar to convert into a full combo though. He's going to get a restand situation, but I don't think Mystery Bot's too, unfortunately, upset about that. Forward 3 connects. Oh, I think he might have tried interactable, maybe.
Yeah, I think he was just a bit too out of range though. And there's that cloud. Nice. Mystery Bot just tried to swing through. I mean, he definitely wanted to get over that cloud there, considering it would have killed him if he just went anywhere near it.
Oh my god!
Wow, yeah, he actually getting hit by the drone actually saved him there. Mystery Bot wastes a bar in the process.
Getting hit by the drone really threw off the axis of that dive kick. Nice block. Yep, stuck blocking. I love actually that slow projectile into teleport. Full combo, forward 3. And of course, there's the clash.
Yeah, it's good clash super early here. Doesn't want to waste any time. Just get himself out of that situation completely. Has 2 bars. Is he going to spend? He should. He doesn't spend anything, right? Yeah, Mystery Bot going to spend the 1. Holds on to 1 for safekeeping.
Full combo on that dive kick drone. I love the awareness of these high-level Brainiacs, right? Because we saw Brainiac a little bit last year at Combo Breaker, and obviously Brainiac, people were a little bit green with the character. Now, a year later, this is some absolutely night and day gameplay.
Big punish. Again, really showing that it's quite useful to have that down 1, that full combos into something, considering it's now going to be that easier punish for that meter burn dive kick.
Oh, Mystery Bot needs to stay as far away as possible from all that green stuff.
I've never seen such weird science.
An insult spawned by a simple
He just called his science weird and then insulted him.
That's like really rude.
Yeah, I know, right?
How are you going to go to someone's ship, make them get out of their recliner, and then insult them?
I know, like what a jerk.
Now, do you reckon Mystery Bot can make this comeback?
I think so.
Oh, maybe. There's no flash.
Oh my goodness! He just straight up got deleted right there.
That was the shredder right there, and unfortunately Atom was right in the center of all of it.
Doesn't look very happy with that. You know, hopefully it doesn't phase him too much. You know, some of these losses, they can affect you quite long term in tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was just a surprising amount of damage right there. It's easy to forget because it's so rare that you see Brainiacs end in the tendrils that you always forget how much damage he does when he enters them. Least of all the meter burn version. But wonderful awareness, Mystery Bot makes it. Did he just build enough bar to do that, like, then and there? Or did he have it reserved?
Well, you have to meter burn the tendrils really late. So
yeah.
it's definitely possible that he'd built enough meter and then could see that you had it and then could pop it on reaction. Because you have so much time to meter burn it.
Facing me, you choose death.
Maybe.
Kill me.
But this is literally 1 game away now as Mystery Bot from sending Grr to lose his bracket. He is against the crowd right now. He's playing Brainiac. He's against the Atom player. He's looking good. He's looking clean.
Showing a great display of composure too. Oh my!
I definitely thought it was going to land on
Yeah,
that.
me too, me too. The zoning from Grr. And it really is kind of forcing Mystery Bot into the air. I think that's the dangerous thing, is that if you opt to stay on the ground, Grr has the advantage. If you're having to go airborne, Mystery Bot has the advantage.
Mystery Bot is actually being relatively careful here, it seems, which is a bit odd. Because he's definitely taking these games by being very unpredictable, by being very aggressive, and now he's one game away. He's starting to show Grr a lot more respect. And now he manages to get the opening dive kick.
The second Grr realizes he's in a position to eat one of those drones, he's teleporting 100% of the time. There's that forward 3, full combo once again, and now he's going to get the corner positioning. Here's the setup.
Oh, the little man!
God. That was so funky.
That was super weird.
Oh, meter
my
burn
goodness.
for the cash out, and he manages to evade.
And he gets out of the corner too. That's huge.
Big deal.
Now he does give Brainiac the interactable. Do you reckon he goes for it? Oh, he holds the drone.
That drone will be gone now. He took damage. Oh no, never mind. Oh yeah, of course, it's on hit and on block. It was changed. Of course. Excuse me.
Nice patience from Mystery Bot. That's going to put him on match point as that grab. He is down on health. He is down on meter, but he is up in game, so he does have that big mental advantage right now.
Oh, the main thing Bot's going to lose without bar is safety. You know, you do not have the safety on some of those buttons, but Grr, he's going to really try and pressure him in, taking some of that damage, adding up significantly to be fair.
He actually took quite a lot of damage from that
It's because back 1-2 is so slow.
Yeah, absolutely. Down one with the patience again. Dive kick.
Yeah,
I like how Grr he's wasting no time. He's not messing around trying to punish meatless dive kicks when he knows the Mystery Bot has the bar, and he is. I mean, willing to do so much damage.
God, he teleported into the drone! That might spell bad news for Grr.
He still has enough health, but one big opening, and that's going to be a problem. But there we go, delayed grab. And Mystery Bot knows that Grr's going to be looking to desperately block for his life. There we go. Tries to punish, but doesn't get it.
Oh my god, he expects the jump! That was such a good read from Mystery Bot!
Yeah, that was amazing. He knew that Grr was going to jump over him for the charge, and he woke up with tendrils instead. Mystery Bot is just playing on that next level stuff right now.
Just that next level intellect, isn't it?
Oh, dearie me.
Typical Brainiac players.
Oh, there's the clash, though. Oh, good stuff. The explosion, the down 2 whiff. Mystery Bot wasn't ready for that one. That's going to be a full combo with the trade.
He confirmed off that jump in, we might see a game over here. Oh my god, what was that?
There it is. Oh, wow. Now, even though Mystery Bot's going to win the clash, he has at least managed to get out of the corner as Grr. This is still anyone's game. It's really hard to call this one.
Grr out of trait. That's what I'm worried about. He has no more character power. Has to block correctly here. Block the 1-1. Here we go.
Oh, the read! That's it. Grr. There we go. He's managed to tie it up. 2 games apiece now. Mystery Bot is a mere 400 life away from advancing from the spawn winner's side, and now he has to play another game.
This is a fitting end, I think, for our final game of this block. Very excited to see how this turns out.
But
I mean, they're both playing so well. It's such a great set.
And it's such a unique matchup. We just don't get to see this very often at all. This is a treat right now.
Now, just making sure his pad's reconnected. It is a tan and gold pad, isn't it?
It's really cool.
Nice.
Now, what do you do here? Because that was a super close match. I think Mystery Bot is doing the right thing by kind of, like I said before, right? He's on that next level stuff. You know, those big boy reads when it's like, you think they're going to jump over, so you wake up with something that isn't a wake-up attack. You know, you go for these big, brave plays. Because against someone like Grr, with such an unconventional character, you're really going to send a message. And when you know you have 1 game left to go, like, they're basically playing a best of 1 right now. The guy that wins this, makes it out winner's side, losers, is still in pool. They still have to play their way out. You know, this is a situation no one wants to be on the losing end of.
There is some action going on off stream. Definitely sounds like it. These off-stream matches, I mean, we just can't fit them all on stream, but my god, these guys are playing. And here we go into this final game, best of 5. Adaptations being made left, right, and center, but it's all coming down to this final game, right?
It's
Mystery Bot and Grr. Here we
Gorilla
go.
City as well, everyone's favorite stage. Yeah, coming out of the trait early, I think, just keeping himself safe. Or trying to punish with the down 1, but just not in time. I can imagine this could be quite frustrating for Grr. He's consistently trying to punish dive kicks, and to be honest, his ratio of punishing them to the down 1 being blocked is not great, so you know he's going to be worried about that.
He tried to convert off the back forward 3, but he can't quite manage it. Confirms that into EX. Damage the conversion. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's going to get knocked down.
That was really clean. Mystery Bot showing that knowledge right now. This high-level Brainiac.
Yeah, this is some high-level Brainiac. You can say that again.
That's a big miss. And he loses 2 bars. That is a disastrous situation for Grr to be in. Not only miss the punish, get hit for his troubles, and lose 2 bars on an air tech.
And he didn't even try and punish that down forward 2. That down forward 2 is dead on block by Brainiac, and if you don't meter burn it, you're dead. Oh, no.
There's the tusk. Okay, now Grr is in a good situation to do some chipping down here. Oh, goodbye, Chemical.
Now, it's going to be match point for Mystery Bot. Grr, he has got a nice amount of space. The danger is Mystery Bot just needs one good dive kick and he's going to be in a fantastic situation.
Now Grr's gone into the trait. The push bot keeps him out, but he's still in the cloud. Now, he did just take about 30 damage from that, so not the worst.
Meteor burn just to stay safe, and he's going to get another push, and if it was blocked, he could have confirmed it to block once again. The teleport to drone, that was not the first time we've seen that. Tries to punish, but too slow.
Oh no, he tried to combo with the sweep.
Oh no.
There we go. Yeah, there's a clash, has no choice. Grr, he's going to win this probably, unless he wants to go for one, and Mystery Bot calls him out.
Oh, I feel like he needs to spend 2. He can't risk not having health back.
Yeah, for sure. Especially Mystery Bot is still on a low amount of health bar 1, when you know that's a very risky Brainiac that he can afford to be.
Yeah, and he was able to save the bar to be more safe. Oh, he's out there, but this is not over. The jump 3 whiffs, no cross up. Goes in for the jump 1. He's able to dodge temporarily.
Oh, he must have tried to go for the background, but he wasn't close enough. And that's actually going to trade. Grr takes the life bar, but takes a little health in the process.
This is close games right now. Match point, both players. Grr definitely on the back foot. Punishes it. Full combo.
There we go. Has to clash early. Mystery Bot is going to save himself from some damage, but has no clash left for the entirety of this game. This is it.
But Grr has the definition of no resources. He's got no trait and he's got no bar. Left to his own devices. Let's go, little man.
He's almost got one. He's almost got one. There's no interactables either. It's already gone. There's the teleport. Mystery Bot. Oh, wake up jump. He might pay for that one.
He must have just expected it. The back 3 is going to be good. And the repositioning into the corner. One more hit. Mystery Bot's going to do it.
There's the wake up.
Oh my God.
Lord. Go straight through. Meet the burn on the forward 3 for more damage. Set up, chemical. The green one and the wake up attack from Mystery Bot is going to connect. And Grr is going to be sent to the loser's bracket at the end of a intense back and forth, which Mystery Bot is going to be the winner of.
That wake up attack made me jump out of my seat so hard my headphones actually flew off my head. So,
wow.
Yeah, how about that?
Damn. What a game. What a game to end these blocks on. What a game. I mean, overall, this is the exact level of play that I was hoping we would see, considering the I suppose, the volume and the importance that this event has for this community this year.
Grr's going to be disappointed with that because at the end of the day, it was anyone's game at that point, and everyone wants that safety net of making out on winners. This being the first IPS Premier event of the year, if you get winner's side, you're going to get more points. You have a better shot at points, and points are going to be what matters when it comes to qualifying for the IPS finals later this year. So he's going to be playing in losers, and no doubt follow him on social media. I'm sure he'll be posting about what his results are. I think he'll make it out of losers, personally.
I'll be very surprised to see him not make it out, to be honest, considering.
But that does mean we have the end of this Injustice block. But that is not the end of NetherRealm today. If you sit tight a little bit, we have the Mortal Kombat X top 24 to decide who makes top 8 up in a few minutes. So while we set up that new game and all the action taking place, we're going to go for a very quick break. Thank you for joining us. It's nice to be back, and we missed you guys. Don't go anywhere because Mortal Kombat X will be up next.